Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Deku's summer vacation turned into a wild adventure part 1. If you guys enjoy this what if and want to see part 2, comment down below and let me know before I start. Please do support for more awesome content. And leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share this video with your friends and check out the description in my playlist. So let's start the video. The scene takes place where the practical exams are taking place, where most of the participating students dueled with the teachers. Some, such as Shoto Todoroki, Tenya Ada, Tsuyu Asui, Minoru Mineta, Momoya Urazu, Ochako Uraraka, and Yuga Aoyama, passed, while a few others were defeated. The scene then shows that Uraraka and her assigned partner, Aoyama, are facing off one of the teachers, who uses a suit that uses a vacuum-like quirk to suck its targets towards the user, and Uraraka is struggling on what to do. But then Aoyama, in spite of their current pinch, spoke to her and asked her something. Uraraka, why yes, if I were Izuku Midoriya, what would I do? That's what you're thinking, right? Izuku Midoriya, you're in love with him, aren't you? Uraraka was taken by surprise as Aoyama guessed, if not deduced, that she has feelings for Izuku, and in her flustered reaction, she got sucked towards their intended target, 13. And in a moment of spontaneous reaction, she uses her quirk and her quick thinking to pin down 13, with Aoyama following suit and pinned down their target, thus passing the exam. Several minutes later, the scene shows that Izuku and Bakugo are having problems taking on their assigned target, All Might, due to the teacher's immense power and speed, along with Bakugo's unwillingness to cooperate with Izuku, despite the latter's urging to listen for a moment. Yet Bakugo was unwilling due to his pride and attitude. Kachin, shut up, Deku. Listen, stuff it. I'm not taking orders from you. This is important. Shut up, Deku. Kachin, I said shut the fuck up. As the minutes passed by, the two students were driven to a corner, and eventually, Bakugo indirectly relents and reluctantly cooperated with Izuku, and they managed to wear down All Might, though the two teens were injured in the process. With Bakugo knocked unconscious, yet they managed to pin All Might down as Izuku uses his quirk to land a strong punch that stunned All Might and grabbed the unconscious Bakugo and made it out of the exit, thus passing the exams. A few days later, Izuku and Bakugo eventually recovered, and then it was announced that summer vacation is about to commence, and the students went to a mall to buy summer attires and swimsuits, and the group split up to look for something to buy, leaving Izuku alone. As he pondered what to do next, he is approached by what appeared to be a civilian in a hooded jacket, and Izuku is unaware that it was Tamura as he placed his fingers around his neck, telling him what will happen if he tries to cause a commotion, as well as threatening to harm the civilians inside the mall without hesitation. The younger boy was forced to go along with Tamura, and while sitting on a bench, Tamura asked Izuku what are his goals and why he aspired to be a hero. Tamura asked if Izuku is doing this for money or fame, as well as why does he emulate what All Might does. Izuku told Tamura his answers, and while he is initially in disbelief, he became ecstatic as he apparently understood why applicants for the League of Villains are emulating hero killer Stan's belief, and in his zest, he apparently, if unknowingly, began to strangle Izuku, and the younger boy started to struggle for air. By then Uraraka came and noticed Izuku, and Tamura released his hold as he tells Izuku to look forward to their next encounter. Izuku calls out Tamura's name, prompting Uraraka to call security, but Tamura has already fled and escaped undetected. She then asked Izuku if he is okay, which he assured to her that he is, yet he is shown to be shaken by the ordeal. Deku-chan, are you okay? Why yeah, I'm okay. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Deku-chan, don't worry. Soon the park went into lockdown and the civilians within the park were questioned thoroughly before being let go. At the police station, Izuku narrated what he went through before he was escorted home with his mother. A few days later, Izuku and Uraraka are at a cafeteria inside UA High, where they talked about what to do once summer vacation starts, with Izuku stating that he will train harder to become strong enough or better so that if ever he run into Shigaraki again he will be ready for him if Shigaraki threatened any civilian he came across to. Uraraka became concerned, and tells Izuku that she will help him if the situation calls for it, and Izuku smiled and thanked her for the support. Uraraka blushed and looked away, as she struggled to keep her feelings on hold as she was too shy to show him what she feel about him. Not far, a few UA students watched on in private, and noted that Uraraka is obviously in love with Izuku, whilst he appeared oblivious to what is shown in front of him. Momoya Urazu and Tsuyu Asui watches on and noted what they saw, noting that Uraraka and Izuku would make a good romantic pair, yet Izuku must be aware that Uraraka has feelings for him. Asui, what do you think about Midoriya? It seems that he is unaware that Uraraka has feelings for him. I suppose he is oblivious to that fact. I guess he should focus first on becoming a pro hero first before entertaining the idea of romance. Same here, Asui. But what if that is for him to find out. I suppose. At the other side, a few girls from Class 1B watches on, as they too deduced a potential romantic moment between Izuku and 𝗂𝗧𝗏. The girls wondered whether Izuku is aware of it or if he is really dense when it comes to love or romance. The girls from Class 1B watching are seen, who turn out to be Itsuka Kendo, Pony Tsunotori, 𝐒𝐭𝐚𝐲. The three girls are pondering when would Izuku realize that a potential love interest is right in front of him, yet he appeared either oblivious or plain dense, as he did not seem to notice how 𝗂𝗧𝗏 gets flustered whenever she is near him. You saw that? Yup. Better than watching an anime. Huh, you bet. Beats watching a live-action romance drama on TV. Want to bet? On what? Whether 𝗂𝗧𝗏 confessed to Midoriya her feelings. Sounds like fun. You got it. The scene took an awkward turn when Mei Hatsune showed up and hugged Izuku, causing him to blush deeply as her breasts were pressing his upper chest, due to Hatsune being taller than him. 𝗂𝗧𝗏 can be seen steaming from her ears, as it was obvious that Hatsune is flirting with Izuku, yet she could not bring herself to intervene. As Izuku tried to compose himself, Hatsune acted like a concerned citizen as she asked him how he is doing after hearing about his unexpected and unplanned encounter with Tamura Shigaraki. Midoriya-kun. Why yes, I heard. Huh, you were held hostage by a villain. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Are you sure? Why yes, I'm sure. Hatsune tells Izuku that she just finished making a pair of experimental devices and wants to have Izuku test them out, saying that the devices, while not yet tested, is intended to give him an extra boost in speed to complement his quirk, and promised that, if the devices are successful, he would have them so that if ever Shigaraki shows up again, Izuku will be ready for him. Really, Hatsune-senpai? Yup. Don't worry. They're free of charge. Hey, you sure? Of course. Oh, don't be shy. Izuku blushed deeper as Hatsune continued to flirt with him as she affectionately embraced the Class 1A student more. All the while he tried to avoid glancing at her cleavage, as he felt her breasts pressing further into his upper chest. Meanwhile, 𝗂𝗧𝗏 stared at the scene, feeling uneasy as she was getting jealous at what Hatsune is doing to Izuku, and she felt like wanting to intervene and out a stop to this. But then Yugo Aoyama showed up and whispered to 𝗂𝗧𝗏 as he asked her if she is getting jealous at what Hatsune is doing to Izuku, causing her to go mute at Aoyama's rather accusing tone of questioning. 𝗂𝗧𝗏. Why yes, if I were Izuku Midoriya, what would I do to get out of this predicament without offending Hatsune-senpai? That's what you're thinking, right? Izuku Midoriya, you're in love with him, aren't you? HHH. The girls of Class 1 and 1B stared at the scene, sweat dropping as they can tell that 𝗂𝗧𝗏 is really flustered and knew she was too shy to answer or rebut Aoyama's question. And yet they feel sorry for her as they noted that she cannot hide her feelings for Izuku forever, and they wondered if they should encourage her or not. Achako 𝗂𝗧𝗏, of Class 1A, codename 𝗂𝗏𝗧𝗏. I feel sorry for her. Really, she ought to tell Midoriya her feelings. I agree. She can't hide it forever. Suppose that boy were the first to find out. I doubt it. He's too dense to figure it out. The scene continues with Hatsune continuing to hug Izuku as she claimed that she wants to have babies, causing the teen boy to blush deeper, and 𝗂𝗧𝗏 to raise her eyebrows as she somewhat misunderstood the term. But Hatsune eventually corrected her statements, saying that she meant that as she is referring to are the gadgets that she created. Hatsune said that she wants Izuku to visit her lab as she is testing out some new gadgets and wants Izuku to try them out to test its abilities so that UA High can make more of these weapons based on its success rate. And he nodded repeatedly as he tries to avoid staring at her cleavage. So, Midoriya-kun. Why yes. Will you volunteer? Is that a yes? Yes. Then it's settled. I'm happy that I can count on you. As Hatsune smiled, Izuku felt shy and tried to look away, only to unintentionally stare at her cleavage and unknowingly stare at them, as he unknowingly got attracted. Minta noticed it and tells Izuku that he might get a nosebleed, and Hatsune naughtily teases Izuku, and the teen boy blushed deeper upon realizing what he just did. As she lets go, he repeatedly apologized for what happened as he assured that he has no perverted intentions, which she chuckled and said it is okay. I'm sorry, I didn't. Oh, it's okay. Really, don't worry about it. It wasn't intentional. It's fine. Really. However, Minta worsened the matter when he points out the straight tent on the crotch area of his pants, saying that his weapon says it otherwise, and Izuku blushed deeper and tries to cover it with his hand, and Minta naughtily accuses him of having perverted fantasies toward Hatsune, and this caused him to bicker with Minta whilst denying the accusations. So, you want to romance Hatsune-senpai? I'm not. Why is your crotch in angry mode? I don't know. Really, I'm betting you want to head towards the nearest bathroom and… Minta. 𝗂𝗧𝗏 was also blushing as she saw the straight tent, and wondered if this is due to Izuku staring at Hatsune's chest, and mentally wondered what would Izuku's reaction would be if he ends up staring at her body, which made her shook her head sideways. By then Aoyama whispered to Uraraka, asking her if she is thinking about what Izuku's reaction would be if he ends up staring at her cleavage. This made Uraraka blush deeper and get flustered, and she denied the statement that Aoyama made. So, Uraraka, what if Midoriya were to stare at my chest? That's what you're thinking, right? Izuku Midoriya. You're in love with him, right? That's. You got it wrong. Sui and Yaoyorozu's sweat dropped as both Izuku and Uraraka made verbal outbursts of denial, and they commented that there is a possibility that both teens may end up falling for one another, though the timing would play a key factor here if either one or both of them admit their feelings to one another. No doubt about it. Uraraka and Midoriya are a good match. My thoughts exactly. Will they admit their feelings to one another? That depends. Really, either one of them should make the move, I suppose. A few days later, classes at UA High is busy as usual, and so far there is no news of any dangerous incidents, and security within the academy remain tight, and the countdown to summer vacation is ticking. And like other students, some of the UA High students are looking forward to summer vacation, with some wanting to visit the beaches, others want to patrol the streets to see if any crime is committed, and others, such as Bakugo, wants to train in order to get stronger. One of the students, Minta, was hoping for summer vacation to start so that he can hit the beach and watch girls in bikinis, whilst Ada wants to patrol the streets and see if there are any crime committed. Izuku was somewhat silent as he is still ashamed after that incident, even though Hatsune assured that she is not upset, and continued to stare at his notes and hope that no one would remind him of what happened. After several hours, the teachers announced that summer vacation had commenced, and some of the UA High students roared in excitement, and are raring to go home and get ready to hit the beaches, go shopping, and find villains to hunt. Wow, the swimming pool's been extended. A separate one. Now we won't have to hog the space. Woohoo, I'm going villain hunting. Yeehaw. Now I'm looking forward to have swimming after classes. Come on, let's go. YIIPE. Yahoo, out of my way. However, there are others who do not see this as a respite, as they chose to use the summer vacation as an opportunity to improve themselves or track down villains who are still at large and pose a threat to the general public, such as the case where Tamura Shirogaki took Izuku hostage and nearly killing him inside a public mall. Katsuki Bakugo chose to use the vacation to improve himself and strengthen his resolve so that he can take down stronger opponent, having forced to recall how he was narrowly beaten by All Might and had to swallow his pride in relying on Izuku to pass the exams. Todoroki intend to use the opportunity to improve his techniques as well as to get out of his father's actions due to having the powers of his parents. Ada intend to use the vacation to look back at his recent actions, which nearly costs his and his classmates' lives when he chose to face off hero killer 𝗧𝗵𝗲, and vowed to improve himself so that he will not make another repeated mistake. Izuku also intended to train himself while summer vacation is in effect, wanting to get stronger and not get into another hostage situation like what happened when taken prisoner by Shirogaki. And as he prepared his things, Bakugo confronted him and tells him to get stronger so that by the next exams he can settle the score with Izuku, much to Izuku's dismay. Hey, Deku. Train yourself up. Ka-chan, get stronger. I will. Because one day I will beat you and prove that I will be stronger than you. After that, Bakugo left and Izuku sighed as he felt that Bakugo did not have to do that and wished that he and Bakugo would just get along and work together. Izuku wondered if there is a way for him to get through Bakugo and put an end to a needless rivalry and work as fellow heroes, seeing that the recent exams did not do much to make Bakugo swallow his pride. However, a member of Class 1B took the opportunity to take swipe at Izuku, using the recent hostage situation to bully Izuku, in hopes of pulling down his morale and make him lose confidence to the point of making him want to quit UA High. That student turns out to be Nido Monoma, and he started to taunt Izuku for letting himself get caught by Shirogaki and questioned if he is cut out to be a hero, which pulled a nerve on Izuku, yet he chose to ignore the taunts. So, how does it feel to end up a hostage instead of being a hero? How embarrassing. And humiliating. If I were you, I'd quit while there is still integrity left in you. If you end up getting hostage again, you'll become UA's newest laughing stock. However, the bullying stopped as Itsuya Kendo smacked Monoma on the head and tells him to stop, saying that Shirogaki made a clever move by disguising himself to blend in the crowd and caught Izuku unaware, and she chastises Monoma for bullying Izuku, while Monoma tries to hide his true intention. Kendo did not bite and physically reprimand him, and Monoma submitted so as to make Kendo stop picking on him. LOL, you still want to go at it? LOL, stop. Or will you stop picking a fight with Class 1A? Okay, I'll stop. Really? Yes, then get going. As Monoma left in shame and humiliation, Kendo apologized to Izuku, which he says that it is okay. And there she tells him not to let the Shirogaki incident get to him and not give in to Monoma's taunting, which Izuku said that he will not be intimidated by anyone. It's okay, Kendo-san. Really? Yeah. Don't let that recent incident shake you down, Midoriya-kun. I won't. I will not let that incident shake me down. That's good to hear. Just be careful, okay? After that, classes ended, and Izuku left, and while at the hallway, he saw Minder reading a magazine which piqued his curiosity and approached Minder, asking him what is he reading. And their Minder revealed that he is reading a fashion magazine, which is a summer edition. While Izuku just nodded, Minder gingerly showed him the pages, where it showed a summer section where some of their female classmates in 1A and 1B are gracing the pages in two-piece bikini. And Izuku blushed at seeing how sexy they looked in the swimsuits. That's. Yup, our classmates in 1A and 1B. The babes of UA High. Remember the incident at a printing press building 2 months ago? Yeah, I remember. You and I took down a villain who wants to burn all the magazines. That's right. And the guy we saved was the editor-in-chief. And wanting to express his gratitude, he invited the babes of UA to become cover models of the summer edition of the magazine. And here it is. Really, here, Midoriya-san. An extra copy. Make sure you read them in your room with the door locked. Izuku had no idea that the printing press incident that he and Minder got involved in saving the editor-in-chief would reward UA by inviting some of the female students to pose for the fashion magazine. And soon he learned that the magazines became bestsellers and sold out immediately. Out of curiosity, Izuku hid the magazine inside his bag and head for home. Meanwhile, Hatsune is inside her lab as she is working on new devices that are themed for summer season. But then a deliveryman came and informed her that she got a parcel, which he revealed that it is an invite for a 4-night summer getaway at an inn at Kyoto, which has an onsen. Hatsune stared in surprise, as she did not expect something like this. Really? Yes, Ms. Hatsune. Wow, I always wanted to go there. And looks like you got one, Ms. Hatsune. Here, just sign it here. There. Good. It's all yours. Thanks. Thank you and have a good day. As the delivery man left, Hatsune opened the parcel and saw the contents, which is a free getaway at an inn at Kyoto, with free meals and an onsen. However, Hatsune learned that she must invite at least 5 persons in order to make use of the invite. She thought carefully on who to invite, and a smirk formed in her lips as she got an idea on who she would invite to come with her to Kyoto. I think I know who should I invite. The next day, the scene showed that the sun has risen and the time now is 6, and most of the people are up and left their homes to report to work, looking forward to a good day, while others are still asleep as summer vacation commenced at certain school, ranging from elementary to university. And things appeared peaceful, and by then the streets are filled with occupational people, ranging from office employees to salarymen to construction workers and the such. You can hear them talking about what to expect today given that summer is now officially on. It's summertime. Yeah. Vacation. Want to hit the beach? There are sexy girls there. Sounds good to me. I'm in. Let's go. Right on. Meanwhile, the scene shifts at the Midoriya house, where the next scene shows that Izuku is sleeping on his bed and that he is inside his bedroom, looking peaceful and serene. And yet it turns out that he accidentally slept naked after being tired after last night's event, as well as due to the summer heat. And fortunately he locked the door so that his mom won't come in and make any wild guesses that might ruin his day and cause some misunderstanding. The time now is 6, and it shows that Izuku is still asleep and laying on his back, where you can see that his shaved penis began to react as it began to rise up, increasing in size and hardening, which moments later it reached full strength. In the minutes that passed, it is shown that a random dream came to his head, and there you can see that Izuku is having a dream in which he and Hatsune are together, and in the dream, Izuku and Hatsune are on an outdoor onsen, kissing passionately while caressing each other, and in the real world, you can see his shaved penis throbbing and vibrating as he is dreaming about him and her making out. In his dream, he and Hatsune were making out at the onsen, clad only on his loose brief while Hatsune was only in her bikini panties. They were kissing passionately and his hands were caressing her thighs, and then her breasts, and in the real world, Izuku was thrusting his hips upward, his erection throbbing, as the dream he was experiencing was arousing for him. Back at the dream, Izuku was gently kissing her neck while the bulge of his brief was rubbing Hatsune's crotch, which was inside her bikini panties. Then the two grind their hips together, and in the real world Izuku's penis throbbed harder and harder, unaware of his aroused feeling. Despite being aroused, the 15-year-old boy remained asleep, though he seemed to enjoy the sensation. In the dream sequence, Hatsune's lips traveled down to his lower body until taking Izuku's erection inside her lips, tasting him, and in the real world his penis throbbed harder and harder. His hips thrust upward as he responded to the dream, and his body seemed to reciprocate from the mental image of him making out with Hatsune. His lower body was starting to move a bit faster as if he is aroused by the sensation. Going back to the dream, Hatsune continued to kiss the head of Izuku's erection until she took him wholly inside her mouth, gently suckling him as he moved his hips forward and backward. And then he took off her bikini panties until she is naked. He began to kiss her lips and then traveled to her neck via his lips and proceeded to lap her breasts, starting with her right nipple and followed it with her left breast while her hands massaged his hard penis. At the real world, his erection was throbbing very hard, and you could see Izuku's face responding to the dream while his hips moved upward, his legs straining. If he was getting close to the boiling point, his hands clenched and he moved and laying on his left side, where his erection rubbed against a huge throw pillow, and this further aroused him as he unknowingly mistook it for 𝗧𝗵𝗲's entrance since he is dreaming of her. He thrusts his hips, his penis rubbing against the soft fabric. At the dream sequence, he was kissing her neck while he parted her legs, as he prepared to go in for the first time, and at the moment, both were ready. As he entered her, his penis throbbed very, very hard. Then he began to thrust his erection in and out of 𝗧𝗵𝗲's entrance, proceeding to have intercourse with her. At the real world, Izuku thrusts his hips very hard, responding to the dream, and he repeated the process, and there he reached it. He spilled his seed on the pillow, his penis throbbing while ejecting it, while his hips moved and moved, staining it. Then his eyes popped open, finally feeling the sensation enveloping his body. He sat up, having recalling the dream, and then glanced at his pillow, eyes wide-eyed in surprise. He realized what's happening and removed the cover and made sure the stain didn't go further in. He then realized what is happening and rubbed his penis to extract more of his seed and had it dripped at the pillow cover before placing it on the laundry basket. He sat on bed recalling the dream, surprised at why he is dreaming about that DRM sequence involving 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Whoa. What the heck was that dream? I just got my first time. I can't believe I dreamed of myself making love to 𝗧𝗵𝗲, and now I just stained my pillow cover, and it was just because of that dream. I'd better keep this to myself. Can't tell anybody about this or else they'll think I'm a hentai. What luck I just got, and I haven't even left the house yet. He is quite worried about what others would think if they were to find out that 𝗧𝗵𝗲 was the indirect reason why he had a sensual dream. Meanwhile, the scene shifts at the Uraraka house, where you can see that 𝗂𝗧𝗄 is also dreaming, where in the dream sequence, she and Izuku are in their swimsuits and kissing, and the scene shows that Izuku slowly removed her bikini bra and gently lapped her breasts, which made her moan in response. Then Izuku took her hand and guided inside his speedo, where her hand made contact with his erection. And there he slowly guided her in giving him a phallic massage, and in the real world, a sleeping 𝗂𝗂𝗄 began to move her hand and went up and down as if she is rubbing Izuku's penis, as she had no idea that she is dreaming about her and Izuku making out. However, the dream was abruptly halted when a loud knock on the door is heard, and 𝗂𝗂𝗄 got up, where she slowly realized the dream she had, and by then she heard the knock getting a bit louder and a voice is heard, which turned out to be her mom, telling her that breakfast is ready and that she is going to be late. 𝗂𝗂𝗄 dear. Breakfast is ready. Come on, your food will get cold, and you'll be late. Yep. 𝗂𝗂𝗄, coming, mom. 𝗂𝗂𝗄 changes her clothes and is about to leave her room, but suddenly she recalled the dream she had, causing her face to flush deep red and shook her head several times to get the image off her head as she tries to deny that she is lusting over Izuku. And there her mom knocked on the door, asking 𝗂𝗂𝗄 if she is okay. This caused 𝗂𝗂𝗄 to get more flustered as she tells her mom that she is okay and will be coming out in a few moments. 𝗂𝗂𝗄 dear, are you okay? 𝗂𝗂𝗄, yep. 𝗂𝗂𝗄, coming, mom. After a minute, 𝗂𝗂𝗄 came out of her room after calming down and is heading for the dining room, in which she hoped that her parents won't suspect that she had a sensual dream involving her and Izuku, and intend to keep it to herself as she does not want them to get any ideas about her being in love with a classmate at UA High. At the dining table, 𝗂𝗂𝗄 is eating breakfast with her parents, and there her dad said that his construction company was able to get a well-financed client, and tells his daughter that he will be able to cover their daily expenses and encouraged her to follow her dreams and not burden herself because of him and her mother, which 𝗂𝗂𝗄 appeared hesitant as she really want to become a pro hero so she can earn money to financially support her parents. Mr. Uraraka smiled and gently assured his daughter that he and his wife will be okay now and urged her to focus on her school life and be happy, saying that he will handle things from here. 𝗂𝗂𝗄, you don't have to worry about us. We can handle things from here. You should enjoy your school life at UA. Do not pressure yourself. 𝗂𝗂𝗄 was silent as she could not come up with a rebuttal, but then her mom gently touched her hand and tells her that she and her husband will be okay, and said that she too does not want to burden her, as well as she wants 𝗂𝗂𝗄 to have a happy school life that is free from pressure. And she made it clear to her daughter that she and her husband does not want their daughter pressured to rush into graduating UA High, and they told her that she should take things slowly and easy. 𝗂𝗂𝗄, you don't have to worry about us. We can handle things from here. You should enjoy your school life at UA. Do not pressure yourself. 𝗂𝗂𝗄 was moved, yet silent, in which moments later tears fell from her eyes and started to sob, and her parents comforted her while apologizing if she got pressured because of them. And they told her not to get worried and wants her to live a happy life and not sacrifice herself for them, and they want her to be herself once she graduates. 𝗂𝗂𝗄 continued to sob as she felt ashamed. Yet her parents continued to comfort her and tells her not to worry about anything else and all she has to do is follow her dream and not out of obligation. It's okay, 𝗂𝗧𝗄𝐻. You don't have to rush yourself to graduate. Take it easy and enjoy your school life. You don't have to worry about us. Your father and I will be okay. We can handle things from here. So you should enjoy and not burden yourself because of us. Your mother is right. Leave the financial problems to me. I'll handle it. You should enjoy your school life at UA. Do not pressure yourself. At the 𝗵𝗃𝗧 house, Izuku is ready to leave and tells his dad that he is off to UA High, which his dad tells his son to be careful and not stray too much, which Izuku nodded and promised that he will be real careful on the way to UA High and on the way home. Izuku, yes, Dad. You be careful now, okay? Yes, Dad. Don't stray anywhere. I won't. Always be alert of your surroundings, okay? Okay, Dad. As Izuku left the house and is about to go further towards the streets, he was startled when he heard his mom screaming angrily at him, which he turned around and his body shivered while his eyes popped out. He saw his mom holding the pillowcase that was smeared by his seed. And his mom angrily accuses Izuku of masturbating and the such. Izuku stepped back as his mom slowly, but menacingly, approached him and demanded an explanation on why he did that, which Izuku could not rebut as he does not want her to find out that he got a wet dream about making out with your Uraraka. Izuku. What is this? So you were masturbating inside your room. And now you are using a pillow to satisfy your perverted fantasy. By then Mr. Midoriya came out and grappled with his wife, urging her to calm down and told her that their son may have unknowingly releasing himself, and does not believe that Izuku masturbated on purpose, which Izuku nodded fast as to assure to her that it is the truth. However, she does not appear to be convinced and made it known that she intended to have Izuku brought to a convent so he would become a priest, which her husband urged her to calm down and said that bringing Izuku there won't solve it and reasoned that Izuku is undergoing puberty, which would explain why he stained the pillowcase. But then Mrs. Midoriya irrationally suggested that their son should undergo sex reassignment so as to solve it. And Izuku stared wide-eyed while holding his crotch, and he bid his parents goodbye as he ran off, with his mom screaming at her son to come back here, but her husband urged her to let him go and not make things worse. Now, let's leave him alone. But, Izuku has school. But, I'm sure what happened is only a coincidence. But, Izuku, hey, let's go inside. As the Midoriya parents went inside, the neighbors watched in bemusement and puzzlement at what they just saw, seeing that Mrs. Midoriya was acting way over the top and felt that Sneeze should be a little easy on Izuku since he is 15, and it is natural for him to have a wet dream. And they have a feeling that Izuku will have a rather rough summer days ahead. Oh dear, 𝗏𝗏san sure has it tough, but she shouldn't too hard on her son. Yeah, it's normal for Izuku to experience that. He's at that age now. Feels like I want to be a teenager again. Yeah, haha. A few days later, the scene shifts at the workshop of 𝗵𝗃𝗺 inside UA Academy, where 𝗬𝗵𝗲 is working on a new invention which she is confident that it would attract potential buyers, and she has been working non-stop for days, as she wants to make sure that everything will go smoothly without problems. However, 𝗵𝗃𝗺 came, and concerned that she would make the place into her sleeping room, he approached 𝗬𝗵𝗲 and advised her to take a few days off since it's summer vacation, though she appeared less interested, but was eventually persuaded when 𝗵𝗃𝗺 said a few days vacation would help relax and revitalize her brain power and quirk. Trust me, 𝗬𝗵𝗲, it'll help. Really? Yes, really. But my babies. Don't worry, you'll miss them for a day or so. Fine. Good. 𝗬𝗵𝗲 sighed as she reluctantly accepted 𝗵𝗃𝗺's advice, and she took time off and took a stroll outside UA Academy, where she went window shopping to look for parts that she fancies that can be used to make new inventions so she can come up with something worth advertising. By then she noticed what appeared to be a lottery ticket sprawled on the ground, and she picked it up and saw a man nearby. And 𝗬𝗵𝗲 approached him and asked if this lottery ticket is his, which he admitted, but generously told her that she can keep it, saying that he already purchased another. You can have it. Really? Yup. But I already got one, so you can have it. You might win a prize. Okay. The person insisted to 𝗬𝗵𝗲 to keep it as he said that he has another lottery ticket and he's confident that he can win a prize, and tells he that if she is able to win a prize, then she should be happy about it, and tells her that she is lucky to get something for free. And in gratitude, 𝗬𝗵𝗲 gave him a calling card, which the person realizes that 𝗬𝗵𝗲 is a student of UA Academy. After being told about her offer, the person said that he will keep it in mind. Really, miss? Yup. Well, okay, I'll keep that in mind. Sure, gotta go. Thanks. As the person left, 𝗬𝗵𝗲 went to the booth and uses the lottery ticket to play a game, where moments later, a small ball came out and the teller opened it, where she revealed that 𝗬𝗵𝗲 has won a prize, which is a 3-day stay at a villa with a hot springs that is located at Kyoto, and that she can invite companions along. 𝗧𝗵 stared in surprise and asked the teller if she is sure, which the teller nodded while confirming that 𝗧𝗵 has indeed won the prize. Really? Yes, really. A hot springs vacation in Kyoto. Yup, you can bring friends along. For real? Yes, all right. 𝗧𝗵 smiled as she collected her prize and leave, heading back to UA Academy to make preparations, and wondered who will she invite to come with her. Much later, the scene shifts at the workshop where 𝗧𝗵 is working on new inventions, all the while humming happily at the fact that she won a prize. She wondered who will she invite as she does not have any close friends given that she spent most of her time at the workshop. And the only ones she get to talk to were Izuku Midoriya, Ochako Uraraka and Tenya Ida. By then Izuku came in, wearing only a tank top shirt and shorts, as today is a day off where there are no classes today. And he came here to see if 𝗧𝗵 has any inventions he could use to help in his training, as he wants to get stronger and not overly rely on his quirk. 𝗧𝗵 smiled as she finds one of her favorite clients coming and asked if he needed anything, and Izuku told her his queries, which she grinned and said that she has plentiful here inside the workshop while stating he has plenty to choose from. So you need something? Yeah, anything to help increase my body's strength. Sure, so then, here, you can choose anything. Don't be shy. As Izuku looked around he saw what appeared to be a lightweight battle suit and asked her about it. And their 𝗧𝗵 said that the is an experimental one where it involves gravity, so that the user will be acclimated to gravity-induced environments, and it will also help the user in developing his stamina, which piqued Izuku's curiosity. He asked if he could test it, which 𝗧𝗵 nodded, but tells him he has to be naked, as the suit needs the wearer to be nude as she developed the suit to fit the wearer in an exact way, which Izuku blushed upon hearing that he has to take his clothes off. Hey, you heard me. Naked. Yup. It's fine. You don't have to worry about me. Really? Yup. While blushing in shyness, Izuku mustered the courage and reluctantly stripped naked as 𝗧𝗵 brought out the experimental suit, and there he puts on the suit, which fits his body well with some allowance. And there Izuku gave it a try, where he felt quite heavy as 𝗧𝗵 said that the suit's gravity has been activated, and told him where to adjust the gravity settings. It took Izuku about 5 minutes to get used to the suit's gravity, yet he is quite pleased with it and asked if he could take it, which 𝗧𝗵 nodded. As he removed the suit he is now naked. And their 𝗧𝗵 began to caress his upper body to examine which muscle got strained, and a blushing Izuku asked if she really has to do that. 𝗧𝗵-san. Yes, do you really have to? Yup. Don't worry. 𝗧𝗵 continued to examine his muscles until she went a bit lower, where she started to examine his leg muscles to see if there's certain parts that she could draw inspiration. Though Izuku blushed deeper as her face is right in front of his shaved penis, and upon seeing it, 𝗧𝗵 smirked as she naughtily began to explore him there, and soon Izuku's penis reached full strength and is full of life. It was pointing almost upward, throbbing and aching for more caress. Since 𝗧𝗵 is not wearing gloves, her soft fingers continued to explore his organ, and Izuku mentally moaned as it felt good, but is worried about what comes next, as he finds himself unable to tell her to stop her antics. Their 𝗧𝗵 stopped as she brought out another invention, which appeared to be a metallic brief, but she revealed it as the chastity tights, where it will protect the wearer from low blow attacks, and it can accommodate space for boys having erections. Izuku blushed as 𝗧𝗵 fits the chastity tights on him, and she tells him to stop trembling. Hey, stop trembling. Sorry, I might hurt you if you. Sorry. There. After that, the chastity tights fit, and to his surprise, it was comfortable as his erection did not feel any discomfort, and he asked how long he would wear it, which 𝗧𝗵 said that he can take it off anytime, and instructed him on how to remove and put it on. By then, Ida and Uraraka came, and noticed the scene, especially when Izuku's shirt, shorts, and brief are on the floor, and Uraraka's face went pale, while Ida demanded to know from 𝗧𝗵 if she is seducing Izuku, which she calmly said that she is not, and told him about the chastity tights, though Ida is not convinced and accuses 𝗧𝗵 of goading him to do perverted stuff, which she smirked and said she did not. So then, you're goading him to do perverted stuff? No, I did not. Are you sure? Yes, really. By then some of the girls from Class 1A and 1B arrived and were rather bemused at the scene they are seeing, and commented that Izuku looked sexy in the chastity tights. The girls in question turn out to be 𝗬𝗬𝗎, Momoye Yuzu, Itsuka Kendo, Yui Kodai. Izuku blushed deeply as the girls are staring at him, as he is practically naked save for the chastity tights, and now he has to think of a way to ward off the awkwardness, especially with Uraraka watching her. But then 𝗧𝗵 approached the girls and invited them to join her on her planned trip to the hot springs as she showed the winning prize she got, and the girls glanced at each other before accepting the invitation to go with 𝗧𝗵. Sure, we accept. We wanted to go to a hot springs. Thanks for inviting us, 𝗧𝗵. Kyoto. Sounds fun. And it's summer around the corner. Wanna go? Me too. The scene shows that Izuku is trying on a new invention that 𝗧𝗵 made, which Izuku hesitantly tried on, which is the chastity tights, which resembled a metallic brief that superheroes wear. After that, the chastity tights fit, and to his surprise, it was comfortable as his erection did not feel any discomfort, and he asked how long he would wear it, which 𝗵𝗃 said that he can take it off anytime, and instructed him on how to remove and put it on. By then, Iida and Uraraka came and noticed the scene, especially when Izuku's shirt, shorts, and brief are on the floor, and Uraraka's face went pale, while Iida demanded to know from 𝗵𝗃 if she is seducing Izuku, which she calmly said that she is not, and told him about the chastity tights, though Iida is not convinced and accuses 𝗵𝗃 of goading him to do perverted stuff, which she smirked and said she did not. So then, you're goading him to do perverted stuff? No, I did not. Are you sure? Yes, really. By then some of the girls from class 1A and 1B arrived and were rather bemused at the scene they are seeing, and commented that Izuku looked sexy in the chastity tights. The girls in question turn out to be 𝗬𝗬𝗬𝗬, Momoye Yuzu, Itsuka Kendo, Yui Kodai. Izuku blushed deeply as the girls are staring at him, as he is practically naked save for the chastity tights, and now he has to think of a way to ward off the awkwardness, especially with Uraraka watching her. But then 𝗵𝗃 approached the girls and invited them to join her on her planned trip to the hot springs as she showed the winning prize she got, and the girls glanced at each other before accepting the invitation to go with 𝗵𝗃. Sure, we accept. We wanted to go to a hot springs. Thanks for inviting us, 𝗵𝗃. Kyoto. Sounds fun. And it's summer around the corner. Wanna go? Me too. 𝗵𝗃 then glances at Uraraka and said that she is also invited, though she is unsure as she wanted to take part-time jobs to earn money so that she can financially support her parents. But 𝗵𝗃 said that a good vacation can help ease the mind, and the other girls persuaded Uraraka to accept and join the trip, saying that she deserved a little vacation time of 3 days. Come on, Uraraka. Yeah, she invited you. We promise ... it'll be fine. You'll feel refreshed after this. Everything is free ... the transport and the lodging. You get this one chance only in a lifetime. And besides ... you deserve a little break, Uraraka. Everyone, seeing the kindness of her classmates, Uraraka eventually accepted and thanked 𝗵𝗃 for the invitation, but then they noticed that Izuku is toggling with the chastity tight and accidentally deactivating it, where it fell to the floor, exposing his nakedness and his erection in full view. The girls giggled at the scene while Uraraka stared wide-eyed, as this is the first time seeing a boy's private part, and in full strength. Thus her face went red, yet she could not bring herself to look away, as her eyes gaze on Izuku's hard penis, finding it cute. Izuku stared wide-eyed at seeing the girls staring at his naked form and frantically grabbed his pants to cover his front. And the girls, save for Uraraka, complimented Izuku for his sexiness and said that any girl would fall for her, but advised to keep his PP in check as it would also attract problems. Oh my, wow, you sure are sexy, Midoriya-kun. Any girl would fawn over you, but you better keep your PP in check. They might get the wrong idea, but showing your sexiness isn't a bad thing. But you sure are quite a hottie. However, Iida chastises the girls for their silly comments, and then berated Izuku for exposing himself in front of the girls, though Izuku said it was an accident. But Iida said it was his fault for letting 𝗵𝗃 coax him to do perverted stuff. But Izuku defended himself and said that 𝗵𝗃 is innocent here, which Iida would not take it in face value and asked why is his penis hard, which Izuku said that it just happened. That's the truth, Iida-kun. Really? Yes. Then why is your organ sticking up? It just happened. Are you sure? Yes. By then Minato passed by and saw the state Izuku is in, and told him he envied him for having the courage to show the girls his hidden assets, which made Izuku blush deeper. But this earned the ire of the girls present, and they began pinching Mineta's cheek and pulling his hair, accusing him of being perverted, and said that his comments border on sexual harassment. And they warned him that they can use their quirk to put him in his place if he makes another comment like that. You hentai, you lecher, you really are a maniac. Want us to castrate you? May we remind you that we can use our quirks if you try to make another sexual pass at us. This will be your only warning. We'll kill you if we have to. Got that? Uraraka and 𝗵𝗃's sweat dropped at seeing the girls beating up Minato, and their 𝗵𝗃 told Uraraka where the venue is and said that in a few days from now she would have the girls assembled at the train station and advised her to bring her swimsuit and the such. As aside from the beach, there is also an onsen, and tells her that they will spend 4 nights and 3 days. Uraraka nodded and said she will be ready by then and thanked her for the invitation, which 𝗵𝗃 said that it is nothing. So are we set? Yeah, good. Thanks, 𝗵𝗃-san. Sure ... and no problem. I got this. Good. Meanwhile, Iida tells Izuku to dress up before one of the teachers see him like that, and he would risk detention if he sees the scene and gets the wrong idea. And Izuku frantically puts his clothes on whilst the girls continued in beating up Minato, though he felt like he is in heaven as he get to be touched by the girls. This only pissed the girls off and continued to beat him up. Hentai maniac, idiot, sex fiend, We'll beat you up. Take that. And that. Kick his balls. A few days later, Izuku went to see Grand Torino to do something, as Torino gave him some extra training. But after that he decided that Izuku needed a breather after training, and coincidentally, he won a prize but decided to give it to him as he had been there several years ago, and felt that he doesn't need to go there again. Izuku blinked his eyes as the prize is a 4 days and 3 night stay at a resort with an onsen, and he asked Torino if he is sure about giving the prize to him without hesitation, saying that Torino won the prize but not use it. But Torino said that he already experienced it and believed that Izuku should experience it as well, and said that this is part of the training. Izuku twitched his eye and asked what kind of training would that be, and Torino said that experiencing nature, resting after a few days training, is enough training to help ease the mind and he will be refreshed after 4 days of vacation. ... And that is that, boy. A few days off season will be beneficial not only to your body but also to your mind. Really? Yup. It works for me. I'm sure it'll work out for you. Seriously? Yup. Izuku stared at the prize and saw that it is good for 1 person, and saw the date on when it is valid, and he realized that the validity of the prize starts today and will last for 3 days after, and realized that he has to catch a train today or else he will miss it. Torino snickered and tells Izuku to go on ahead and not worry about packing, saying that the resort onsen has bathrobes and extra clothes so that he won't have to waste time packing his belongings. But Izuku said that he will make a quick stop at his home to pick up a few clothes and then he is off. Better go. No need to rush. Midoriya-kun ... The venue has lots of bathrobes and some hotel clothes, so it'll be better to take my own clothes, so it won't take long. Are you sure, kid? Yes, very well. Got to get going ... And thanks for the prize. Sure. As Izuku left in a hurry, Torino snickered and yet felt envious that he misses his youthful days but is quick to compose himself, and hoped that today's youth would hold out the torch where the adult superheroes would guide the youth to the path of goodness and responsibility. Meanwhile, at the dorms of UA Academy, Uraraka, Asui, Yaeyuzu, Kendo, and Kodai have packed their belongings as they are ready to go. And Hatsum came and asked the girls if they are ready, which they said that all is ready and they are ready to go. Hatsum smiled and said that they are taking the Shinkansen en route to Kyoto, where the resort is located, and promised that they will enjoy the vacation there. And the girls are looking forward to the trip and thanked Hatsum for the invitation, which the inventor gave a V sign. Thanks, Hatsum. Yeah. This is the first time we get to go on a trip like this. You're so kind. We're grateful to you. No problem. So, are we all set? Yeah, we are. We're ready. Then let's go. And so the 5 girls departed from the dorms of UA Academy and are heading for the bus station to take a bus that would take them to the train station to catch a ride to Kyoto. Several minutes later, the scene shifts at the train station, where the female UA Academy students arrived, as they managed to get there early in order to buy tickets for the train and avoid getting left behind, as well as get vacant seats for the long trip. The UA Academy students involved are Mei Hatsum, Achako Uraraka, Tsuyu Asui, Momo Yaeyuzu, Itsuka Kendo, Yui Kodai. As the girls went to the ticket station, they purchased their tickets and are about to head off when another female UA Academy student showed up, who turned out to be Kyoka Gyro. Gyro asked the girls where are they going, and after being told, Kyoka said that she happened to be heading there by chance, and Hatsum invited her to join, and Kyoka accepted. So you're heading to Kyoto as well? Well ... Yeah ... Then come join us. Really? Sure. The more the merrier ... And more babies. Okay ... Then it's settled. Come join us. Sure. The girls then went to the train where they managed to get some seats and are now waiting for the train to move. And their Hatsum told Kyoka how they set up the trip, which Kyoka commented that Hatsum got lucky, and is surprised to see some of her classmates joining her on the trip to the inn with an outdoor onsen. You sure are lucky, Hatsum-san. Really? Yeah ... You got a free lottery ticket ... And even won such a prize. Yeah, and now you're inviting me. Sure, that's how I do things. Guess it was a lucky chance bumping into you. I know. As the girls chatted happily, they did not notice that they are being observed by some other passengers, who recognized the girls after watching them on TV during the televised sports festival of UA Academy. And they were curious as to what the girls will be doing now that summer vacation has commenced and that they will be away from the academy. They wondered if the girls will be enjoying their summer vacation, as they noted that the villains might strike at certain moments during summer, and are curious if the girls can fight while on vacation. This made some of the passengers comment privately whether the female UA students would be allowed to go into action or restrain themselves to allow pro heroes to show up during emergency. Those girls, will they be alright? Are they allowed to go into action? Does the UA Academy approve of this? Unless it's out of self-defense. Sure want to see them in action. Me too. Want a femme fatale scene. As this is happening, The scene shifts outside the Shinkansen where you can see that passengers are coming, and the scene zoomed towards the ticket selling station where Izuku just arrived and purchased a ticket, as he tells the ticket seller that he is heading to Kyoto. After that, he went to the Shinkansen and went to the back section, unaware that his female classmates are also there, and as he went to take a seat, he unknowingly attracted some attention, as some of the passengers recognized Izuku and are impressed to see him, especially after watching his performance at the recently televised sports festival at UA Academy. Hey, look, it's him, the kid who got 10 million points at the sports festival. Yeah, it's him. You rock, kid. We'll be rooting for you. You got our support. Do your best. Izuku blushed after hearing the compliments, and as he settled on his seat, a passenger beside him greeted him and asked if he is enjoying his school life at UA Academy. And while he politely answered, he is asked if he considered other careers before enrolling at UA Academy, in which Izuku said that he did not thought about other careers as becoming a pro hero was all he thought about at this moment. The fellow passenger nodded and advises Izuku not to let fame get over his head and said that there are lots of risks once he graduates UA, and that he is going to face real threats, such as supervillains with quirks, bank robbers, terrorists, and the such. Izuku nodded and assured that he will keep himself grounded and not be power drunk, which the kind fellow passenger nodded, impressed that Izuku is humble and down to earth. Don't worry, I won't get carried away. Really? Yeah, good to hear, kid. Someone like you ought to become the next symbol of peace once All Might retires. Yeah. By then a train conductor stepped in and told every passenger that the Shinkansen will be leaving in a minute and urges them to secure their ticket as they will be inspected later on. And the passengers secured their tickets as they braced themselves for the trip, relieved that the trip is about to commence very shortly. At the front portion of the Shinkansen, the girls of UA Academy were also informed by another train conductor about securing their tickets and that the trip will commence in a minute, and 𝗬𝗵𝗲 excitedly said that the trip to Kyoto is about to begin. And the other girls are looking forward to the trip as the travel time takes 2 hours and 15 minutes. 𝗬𝗵𝗲 then brought out playing cards and said that they can play while the trip is ongoing, which the others girls nodded as this will keep them busy while traveling. And they all agree that this would be a good way to keep them from getting bored while on a trip. A card game. Yeah, sounds good. At least it'll keep us from getting bored while we're on a trip. That's right. It's good that I bought these babies along. 𝗬𝗵𝗲-san, you should refrain from uttering babies. Someone might get the wrong ideas. Suddenly, a group of children approached the UA Academy girls and they asked if they can take their picture, saying that they are fans and admired the heroine. And 𝗬𝗵𝗲 nodded, saying that it is a privilege and tells the children to form a line so that they can have turns in taking the pictures of her and the others. Uraraka urged 𝗬𝗵𝗲 to defer it for now as the Shinkansen is about to move any moment now, but 𝗬𝗵𝗲 said that this is one opportunity that she couldn't pass up. 𝗬𝗵𝗲-san. Maybe you should defer it for now. Why? The train is about to move. Oh come on ... This is one opportunity I couldn't pass. But, don't worry. By then, the train conductor came and told the children to take their seats as the Shinkansen is about to move. But the children begged to let them take the UA Academy students' pictures, saying it would only take a moment, and said that after this they will take their seats. But, I want to take their pictures. It'll be just a moment. Please let us. One picture. Please. Pretty please. 𝗬𝗵𝗲 tells the train conductor to allow the children to take the pictures, assuring that no harm will come to the youngsters, who are age 7 and below, and Uraraka volunteered to use her quirk to keep the children from falling down. As the Shinkansen moved, Uraraka touched the children and there she uses her quirk to have them floated. And their 𝗬𝗵𝗲 tells the children to take their pictures. And the children took out their smartphones and took pictures of 𝗬𝗵𝗲 and the others, as the UA Academy girls made poses, and the other passengers are bemused to see them accommodating such young fans. Look at that. Those UA girls. They sure are pro masses. Yeah, makes me feel like I want to be a teenager again. They sure have it all. Lucky them. At the back portion, Izuku felt the bullet train move inside as the trip is now in progress. And as he sits back, his cell phone rang and he answered it, where his mother, 𝗵𝗃, screamed, telling her son that she found sperm stains on several pairs of his briefs, and demanded to know if he is engaging in any perverted activities. Izuku stared wide-eyed, as he did not expect that his mom would find out about it, as he had been having wet dreams in the past few days. And he told her that it just happened, and this caused an awkward moment for Izuku as his mom became more suspicious and demanded that he come home so she can give him a dressing down. But, Mom, get home here this instant. I can't. I'm inside the train. You must. I want to know if you are masturbating every day. I'm not doing anything perverted. Then explain why several of your briefs has stains. I told you it just happened. When I get my hands on you. Because Izuku accidentally activated the loudspeaker of his cell phone. The conversation can be heard by other passengers, and some giggled as they sympathize with Izuku for having such a strict, yet loving mother, though they cannot fault Izuku since it is natural for him to undergo that kind of phase. Haha, poor kid. Yeah, having such a strict mother. That's youth for you. His mom should realize that the kid is already in puberty. Wet dreams are natural for him. He'll have to deal with it. Right. The Shinkansen is already moving and is now in downtown Tokyo, where it is now en route to leaving the Tokyo border, and within time it will enter the open road that connects between Tokyo and Kyoto. The trip to Kyoto took about 2 hours, and the girls of UA Academy patiently endured the long trip by playing cards, talking socially, and planning on what to do once they arrived there, as they are quite excited about going to the onsen, whilst planning to have a tour there. By then another UA student passed by and is surprised to see the others, and this student turned out to be Mina Ashido. And as the girls talked, they learned that Ashido is also heading to the same inn as 𝗪𝗪, and their 𝗪𝗪 invited Ashido to tag along, which Ashido happily accepted. So you're that one, a girl who looked like an alien? Yup, Mina Ashido. Would you like to join us? We're heading for the inn at Kyoto. Wow, that's where I'm heading to. Care to join us? It'll be my treat. Really? Thanks. Sure. Yippee. Some of the other passengers saw this and are bemused to see how happy the UA students are, and they wish that they be teenagers again. The girls of UA Academy involved are Mei 𝗪𝗪, Ochako Uraraka, Tsuyu Momoye Yuzu, Itsuka Kendo, Yui Kodai, Kyoka Gyro, Mina Ashido. As the girls are chatting, Uraraka is in thought, as she wondered what Izuku is doing at the moment, unaware that he is also on the train at the back portion, and she assumed that he is either training or enjoying the vacation. But then Kyoka, Kendo, and Asui noticed Uraraka being too silent and roused her from her thoughts and asked her if she is okay. Hey, are you okay? You're too silent. Is there something wrong? We can help. Come on. Tell us. Is there a problem? Uraraka assured to her friends that she is okay, saying she is just spacing out, and even said she feels stirred up lately. And there Ashido took the opportunity to tease her as she guessed what Uraraka meant, asking her if she is stirred up by either Izuku or This causes Uraraka to get flustered and immediately deny the accusations, as Ashido teases Uraraka with Kyoka joining in on the fun. So who is it? Yeah who are you eyeing for? Hey, what? That's not. Is it Midoriya or Ida? Yeah you're always with them you're even close to them and I doubt if it's a groupie thing or otherwise. No, that's not it. Come on tell us. You'll get a lighter sentence if you confess now. No. Uraraka was so flustered that she accidentally uses her quirk and floated above the seat, which the other passengers watched in bemusement as they noticed how energetic the girls are, and they wished that they were teenagers again as they felt that they missed their youthful days of yesteryear. Whoa, look at that. Those UA girls really have it. So full of energy. That's youth. I really envy them. Makes me wish I was in high school again. I regret being an adult now. And then the conductor passed by and tells Uraraka to take her seat, saying her antics are disturbing the passengers, and she went back to her seat and apologized. And Asui urges Kyoka and Ashido to stop teasing Uraraka so that they won't get into trouble. Kyoka and Ashido glanced at each other and smirked, as they told Uraraka that once they arrive at the inn they will interrogate her and find out who she has a crush on, Midoriya or Ida. Uraraka nearly freaked out in embarrassment and ended up floating by accident, denying the accusations. Ashido and Kyoka giggled and urged Uraraka to admit which boy she likes. So who is it? Yeah who are you eyeing for? Hey, what? That's not. Is it Midoriya or Ida? Yeah you're always with them you're even close to them and I doubt if it's a groupie thing or otherwise. No, that's not it. Come on tell us. You'll get a lighter sentence if you confess now. No. Asui sighed and told the two to knock it off, which the two girls sighed and apologized. Oops, sorry, we got carried away. Don't mind us. We'll behave. For sure, we promise. Really. Asui tells Uraraka to come down and take her seat. Yet she mumbled words of denial, and Asui tries to calm her classmate down, with little success. Ochako. No. 𝐴ZA, Ashido and Gyro are behaving now. No. Calm down, Ochako. No. Get a grip. No. Ashido and Kyoka giggled and plotted to come up with a plan to make Uraraka to confess which boy she likes, and both are glad that this trip to Kyoto will be fun and enjoyable. This is fun. Yeah, really. Glad I bumped into you guy. It would be boring if I spend the summer vacation by myself. Good timing for you, Ashido-san. We better hatch something good. So Uraraka will be able to confess. Yeah, I really want to know if it's Midoriya or Ida. So exciting. Yeah. By then the conductor approached the girls and informed them that the train will arrive at Kyoto Station within 15 minutes, and advised the girls to refrain from doing antics that would disturb the other passengers and cause unwanted incident. The girls nodded and said that they will behave until the train reaches Kyoto Station. We'll behave. Don't you worry. We won't cause a disturbance. You can count on us. We promise. Kyoto in ... Here we come. No. 𝗂𝗚𝗄 ... Calm down. Will you? X at the back portion of the train. Izuku is behaving well and heard the announcement from the intercom that Kyoto Station is just 15 minutes away. And the 15-year-old boy had to wait till then. But then his cell phone rang and he answered it, where the caller turned out to be his mother, and she is angry ... Very angry. It turns out that 𝐭 accidentally opened Izuku's school bag where his books fell down. And as she picked it up, she found a folder that was given by 𝗵𝗃 as safekeeping. And the folder's content fell, revealing it to be a pornographic magazine. And 𝐭 believes that Izuku bought it and intended to use it as a mean to masturbate in private, and began berating her son through the cell phone. Izuku realized that 𝗵𝗃 must have put the magazine there, and now he has to endure the unnecessary sermon from his mom, and defended himself, saying that the magazine belonged to his classmate. But 𝐭 accuses her son of intending to masturbate every day, and he had to fend off all of his mom's accusations. Izuku, what is this? Why do you have a porn magazine inside your bag? It's from my classmate. He must have put it there without me knowing it. So you really are masturbating inside your room? No, I'm not. When you get home, I'll pinch your thighs real good. I'll have you become a priest. I'll have a doctor castrate you. What? That is that, Izuku? I must ensure you won't become a serial maniac. You're way off, Mom, as the speakerphone is activated by accident. The other passengers snickered as they are bemused at seeing a very strict mother chastising her son. They watched as Izuku had to assure his mom that he is not engaging in any indecent activity, with little success, and soon the other passengers can hear 𝐭's husband interjecting and calming her down. Honey ... Calm down. How can I calm down? Our son brought this magazine ... And in the past few days his briefs are filled with his seed. I'm sure he is. No, I doubt that. But ... He might become a porn actor. That's not true. But, honey, relax. I'm sure our son would not. I can't relax. After several minutes the call ended. And Izuku sighed as he had a rough moment there, and as he glanced at his watch, he realized that time has passed and that the train will arrive at Kyoto Station within minutes. And he hoped that he won't get another call from his mom. Soon the train arrived and the passengers disembarked, where 𝗬𝗵𝗲, Uraraka, Asui, Ieyasu, Kendo, Kodai, Kyoka, and Ashido are among the passengers getting off. And as they left the station they hailed a taxi where 𝗬𝗵𝗲 told the driver where to take them. The driver then recognized the girls as students of UA Academy. And the driver said he is honored to serve them, which Ashido said Ieyasu will give him an extra tip if he does a good job in driving the girls to their destination, which the driver said that he will. Okay, tell you what. Drive us to our destination. I will. And if you do a good job ... Our classmate will give you an extra tip. 0.10% increase. Really? Yup. And you get to keep the change. Sure. Ieyasu stared wide-eyed and asked why Ashido had to say that. But Ashido said it is okay as this will be a memorable one as this is their first time in Kyoto, and urges her to go along for the ride. As the cab driver drives the taxi, the girls stared in awe at seeing how beautiful Kyoto is, seeing how the landscape is awesome and breathtaking, and that it was clean and appeared to be generally peaceful. And they all thanked 𝗬𝗵𝗲 for inviting them, saying this is one experience they would never ever forget. Thanks for inviting us, 𝗬𝗬𝗲-san. We never thought we'd come here. This is a good experience. We're really thankful for what you did for us. We'll go to you if we need inventions to improve our quirks. Yeah, we promise. And we will make you happy. Meanwhile, Izuku had a bit of bad luck as he is unable to get a taxi as he is still at Kyoto Station, waiting for a taxi to show up as others were already accommodating other passengers who got ahead of him and got to the taxis first. And yet Izuku felt this is better than getting a mouthful from his mom, and made a mental note to scold 𝗵𝗃 for not informing him about the porn magazines 𝗵𝗃 sneaked inside his bag. 𝗵𝗃-kun, I'll give you a dressing down when classes resume. As Izuku is still waiting for a taxi, his cell phone rang and he answered it, where the caller turned out to be minor 𝗵𝗃, and a vein popped on the side of Izuku's forehead as 𝗵𝗃 greeted him, then asked if he checked the folder on Izuku's bag, saying that he left a very important document there and requested that he put it for safekeeping it until classes resume. Izuku knew what 𝗵𝗃 meant and screamed at the top of his lung, startling 𝗵𝗃. And there he realized that Izuku discovered it after being told that 𝗐 found it and accuses Izuku of being perverted and tells 𝗵𝗃 not to put indecent objects inside the bag without permission. 𝗵𝗃-kun, yep. Next time don't put any of your porn stuff inside my bag without permission. That ... My mom thinks I'm a hentai and even threatened to send me to the temple and become a Sanzo priest. Sorry about that. Do that again and I'll use Detroit Smash on your balls. I'm sorry. 𝗵𝗃 was quivering in fright as this was the first time to hear Izuku's angry voice and apologize, saying he'll make up for it by offering him a free subscription of his porn magazines from Russia, and this only caused Izuku to become more annoyed and berated him for that. Mente-kun. Yep, don't even think about it. If my mom finds out, she'll really think that I become a sex fiend. And if she do, she'll threaten to send me to the temple and become a Sanzo priest. Sorry about that. Do that again and I'll use Detroit Smash on your balls for real. Wah, I'm sorry. Arriving and departing passengers within the train station passed by and were rather startled at seeing and hearing Izuku screaming at his cell phone. And some were bemused to see a UA Academy student acting like that. And some wondered if something happened or if he is having a fight with someone, which they attributed to summer stress, as currently it is scorching hot outside, and felt that Izuku needed to cool off. My, poor boy. Must be stressed due to the summer heat. At least he is cooling off. Blowing some steam, perhaps. Look like it. Good for him. Ho ho ho. After a few minutes the call ended and Izuku sighed as he wished that time would be reversed to the point where the porn magazine wasn't discovered. And now he has to worry about coming home and greeted with a nagging mom over Minta's porn magazines. By then a familiar face showed up and greeted Izuku, where the person turned out to be 𝐒𝐭𝐲𝐵 happened to be here and greeted Izuku, which he blushed upon seeing her, as he is reminded about the recent exams. Unaware that it was Himiko Toga who disguised herself as 𝐭𝐴𝐵, and he has no idea that the real 𝐭𝐴𝐵 is not what he assumed her to be. Nevertheless, he remained civil with her and asked what brings her here in Kyoto. He was surprised to hear that she is coincidentally here to go to an inn with an onsen, and both are surprised to find out that they are heading to the same venue. You're going there too. What a coincidence. To think that we're going at the same venue. Utsushimi-san. Yeah, so then. Want to tag along? 𝐭𝐴𝐵 smiled and said to Izuku that she can tag along with her as she will shoulder the taxi fare, which he asked if she is sure, and she smiled, saying that it is okay. And soon she uses her charms to hail a cab, where a taxi driver in a taxi came after seeing 𝐭𝐴𝐵's seductive figure. There the taxi driver asked where would they go, and 𝐭𝐴𝐵 told the driver the destination, and soon the two teens boarded the taxi and are on the way to their destined venue. Izuku wondered what awaits him, though he blushed at seeing her legs and thighs, seeing how sexy they looked, and he blushed while looking away as he unintentionally gets drawn by her seductive figure. 𝐭𝐴𝐵 then asked how he came here at Kyoto, and he honestly answered that Gran Torino gave him the prize and decided to put it to use, reasoning that it be a waste if not used. She said that she coincidentally got the prize from a friend and is here for the same reason. Really, Utsushimi-san? Yes, really. Must be a coincidence, Midoriya-kun. Why yeah, I guess. Well now we're here, you get a free ride with me. Thanks. Sure, no problem. The taxi drives away as the two teens took a sightseeing as they saw and admire the lush areas and landmarks of Kyoto. The scene shifts at an inn where the girls of UA Academy arrived. And after 𝗳𝗏 showed to the innkeeper the prize she won, the innkeeper led the girls to their rooms, and the girls were in awe at seeing how lush the ambience of the inn is. And Ashido saw the onsen, which was steaming and warm, and she motions the others to check it out. The girls were awed, and this made them feel like wanting to take a dip. But Yaoyorozu told the others to settle down, saying that they need to unload their belongings and that they should plan out first how and where to get food for their stay, which 𝗳𝗏 agreed, and the girls nodded, saying that they will go to the nearest market to buy food. Okay, we'll go to the market. We'll buy the ingredients for the food. Okay, we get to go strolling. We're going to buy food. Ashido ... not fool around. Come on, Gyro-san. Then it's settled. Yeah, ditto. The girls involved consisted of Mei 𝗳𝗏, Ochako Uraraka, Tsuyu Isui, Momoye Yuzu, Itsuka Kendo, Yui Kodai, Kyoka Gyro, Nina Ashido. As the girls began unloading their belongings, Yaoyorozu began using her quirk to create tools that will be used for cooking, and assigned Uraraka, Kyoka, Isui and Ashido to go to the market to buy food and drinks, which the girls nodded and are ready to go. Okay, we'll go to the market. We'll buy the ingredients for the food. Okay, we get to go strolling. We're going to buy food. Ashido ... not fool around. Come on, Gyro-san. Then it's settled. Yeah, ditto. As the four girls left, 𝗳𝗏 went with the innkeeper to ask for some instructions on where to go, and the rest remained in their room to unload their belongings. As Yaoyorozu is talking with the other girls, several minutes passed, and the scene shows that Izuku and 𝐭𝐴𝐵 arrived, and after paying the taxi driver, the two teens got off and checked their papers, where it showed that they coincidentally arrived at the same inn that 𝗳𝗏 and the other girls came. As 𝐭𝐴𝐵 went inside, Izuku looked around and wondered what awaits him here, unaware that his classmates are there as well, and he sighed as he felt this is better than brooding on what Minta put him through, and went inside. There the innkeeper greeted them, and both 𝐭𝐴𝐵 and Izuku showed them the documents on how they came here. And the innkeeper honored the prizes and led them to a separate room areas, where she told them where the onsen is and said that the prices for the meals are of reasonable prices, which the two teens nodded. These will be your rooms. Okay, the onsen is over there. It has the boys section ... the girls section ... and the couples section. Couple, as in, yes ... couples ... as in lovers and newlyweds who are in their honeymoon. Oh, I see. Now then, you two. 𝐻𝐸𝐽 was led to one room where she would stay. And a minute later Izuku was led to another room, where he unpacked his belongings and settled in, as he wondered what his classmates are doing, unaware that 𝗬𝗵𝗲 and the others are already here. The scene shows that Asui, Uraraka, Kyoka and Ishido have left the market and are now on their way back to the inn. And most of the girls are looking forward to the hot bath, with Ishido wanting to take a dip. But Asui told Ishido that they still need to set up the ingredients for today's meal, including lunch and dinner. Ishido complained a bit, saying that she wanted to go to the hot bath, but Kyoka assured to her that they will all get the chance, which calmed Ishido to a degree. But I want to take a dip. Patience, Ishido ... we'll get there. Really, Gyro-san? Yup, we should prepare our meals for today first, then we can have the onsen. Relax. It'll be easy. Oh, fine. Good. Asui then noticed that Uraraka is spacing out again and asked if she is okay, and Uraraka apologized, saying that she was just spacing out and told her not to worry about her. Ishido asked Uraraka if she is feeling stirred again. Uraraka went still, and there Ishido asked if she is thinking of someone, specifically either Midoriya or Ada. Uraraka blushed as Ishido pressed on, with Kyoka joining in, resulting in a bickering between the three girls as Uraraka denied the accusations. This resulted in Uraraka accidentally floating again, but Asui uses her tongue to catch her to keep her from floating upward as they are on the streets, and feared that Uraraka might end up floating towards outer space. Ishido and Kyoka giggled and urged Uraraka to admit which boy she likes. So ... who is it? Yeah ... who are you eyeing for? Hey, what? That's not. Is it Midoriya or Ada? Yeah ... you're always with them ... you're even close to them ... and I doubt if it's a groupie thing or otherwise. No. That's not it. Come on ... tell us. You'll get a lighter sentence if you confess now. No. Uraraka became more flustered and continued to float in the air, and Asui sighed and told the two to knock it off, saying that they need to get back to the inn, in which the Ishido and Kyoka sighed and apologized. Oops, sorry, we got carried away. Don't mind us. We'll behave. For sure. We promise. Really. Asui tells Uraraka to come down and calm down, saying that they are heading back to the inn. Yet she mumbled words of denial, and Asui tries to calm her classmate down, with little success. Achako. No. 𝐴𝐵, Ishido and Gyro are behaving now. No. Calm down, Achako. No. Get a grip. No. Several minutes later, Asui and the others arrived, and their 𝗬𝗵𝗲 greeted them, saying that the innkeeper is allowing the group to use the cooking items, and told the girls that it is time to commence cooking for lunch. Kendo then noticed that Uraraka is acting flustered and asked Ishido what happened to her, in which she said she is harboring feelings for either Midoriya or Ada, which Kendo said it is good, saying either of the two boys are good match. Uraraka is, yup, she has a thing, either for Midoriya or Ada. I see. It's good, right? Yes, both Midoriya and Ada are diligent boys ... and both would make it big time as pro heroes once they graduate. I knew it. Uraraka likes either Midoriya or Ada. I see ... this is a good development. I know, right? There Ishido began teasing Uraraka to confess, causing Uraraka to float again in embarrassment, which Kendo stared in surprise, in which Ishido and Kyoka giggled and urged Uraraka to admit which boy she likes. So ... who is it? Yeah ... who are you eyeing for? Hey, what? No. Is it Midoriya or Ada? Yeah ... you're always with them ... you're even close to them ... and I doubt if it's a groupie thing or otherwise. No. That's not it. Come on ... tell us. You'll get a lighter sentence if you confess now. No. Asui sighed and told the two to knock it off, which the two girls sighed and apologized. Oops, sorry, we got carried away. Don't mind us. We'll behave. For sure. We promise. Really. Asui tells Uraraka to come down and relax. Yet she mumbled words of denial, and Asui tries to calm her classmate down, with little success. Achako. No. 𝐴𝐵, Ishido and Gyro are behaving now. No. Calm down, Achako. No. Get a grip. No. As the girls are trying to calm Uraraka down, they have no idea that Izuku is already here, and this would soon cause unexpected moments to happen. As Yaoyorozu berated Gyro and Ishido for teasing Uraraka too much, Asui tries her best in telling Uraraka to come down and relax, saying that Gyro and Ishido won't pick on her again. Yet Uraraka is still too flustered and continued to mumble words of denial, and Asui tries to calm her classmate down, with little success. Achako. No. That's not it. 𝐴𝐵, Yaoyorozu is making Ishido and Gyro to stop their teasing, and the two are behaving now. No. You're wrong. No. Calm down, 𝗧𝗵𝗲. It's okay now. They won't tease you anymore. Everything is okay. So simmer down. No. Get a grip. 𝗧𝗵𝗲. You'll get pressed onto the ceiling if you don't calm down. No. No. Kendo is starting to show some concern, seeing that Uraraka is too flustered to notice that she is pressing herself against the ceiling. Amid the girls trying to calm Uraraka down, they have no idea that Izuku is already here, and this would soon cause unexpected moments to happen. Ieyasu became worried and tried to call out Uraraka to no avail, as Uraraka began to bounce off from the corner of the area. There Kendo decided to use her quirk and caught a still flustered Uraraka and brought her down. There she assured Uraraka that everything is okay. And soon Uraraka calmed down, and she apologized for her behavior, which Kendo said it is okay. Sorry. I don't know what got into me. It's okay. No worries. Really, it's fine. Let's enjoy our vacation, okay? Oh, okay. As the girls eventually simmer down, they are now preparing the ingredients to cook their lunch. And as they are getting ready, 𝐭𝐲𝐵 accidentally entered the area as she is marveling at the ambience. And the UA Academy girls are surprised to see her, and 𝐭𝐲𝐵 smiled as she too is quite surprised to see them here. There they talked and each found out on how they ended up here. And 𝗬𝗪 invited 𝐭𝐲𝐵 to join the girls in having a hot spring bath later, which 𝐭𝐲𝐵 smiled and thanked 𝗬𝗪 for the invitation, which 𝗬𝗪 said that it is nothing, provided that 𝐭𝐲𝐵 recommend 𝗬𝗪 to high-profile companies who might be interested in investing on her inventions. So, would you like to join us? Sure. Thanks, 𝗬𝗪-san. No problem. But, in exchange, please recommend me to some of your contacts. Company contacts. I want to show off my babies, my inventions. Oh, sure, no problem. The other girls' sweat dropped seeing that 𝗬𝗪 and 𝐭𝐲𝐵 head off, seeing the two girls seemingly getting along well, despite their differences in personality. Yet the girls are fine with it. And their 𝐭𝐲𝐵 suddenly told the girls that Izuku is here as well, and that she and the boy met up at the train station earlier and came here. The girls, save for Uraraka, were surprised to hear this after being told that Izuku also had the same prize ticket and ended up here in this inn. What? Really? Midoriya is here? No way. What a coincidence. This is unexpected. That boy is lucky. Let's meet up with him. Ashido asked 𝐭𝐲𝐵 which room Izuku is at, and after being told, she excitedly told the others that they should pay him a visit so as to let him know that they are here, which some seem to be fine with it, though Uraraka is conflicted whether to talk to him or not. Ashido grinned as she found another reason to tease Uraraka. And there she told Uraraka that since Izuku is here, she has the chance to tell him she likes her given that Ida is not here. Thus Izuku is likely the boy that Uraraka harbors secret feelings, and tells her to say I love you and take him to bed to do the 𝐾𝐈SY and do the 𝗵𝗵𝗻𝐵. Gyro and Kendo giggled as they find the punchline a bit hilarious, but this caused Uraraka to blush deeper and covered her face as she got flustered once again, and unknowingly activated her quirk and started to float and bounce around the cooking area. There Ashido and Gyro further teased Uraraka to confess to Izuku before he gets snagged by other girls, further flustering Uraraka even more. Come on, Uraraka, this is your chance. You had to snag a boyfriend. Build up your confidence. Tell him you like him. Then take him to bed. Do the 𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗵𝗃 and spend your honeymoon. Kendo was beginning to get quite concerned seeing that Uraraka might accidentally hit something as they are in the cooking area, and told the two girls to stop the teasing, with Asui agreeing and uses her tongue to pull Uraraka down. And Kendo urges her to calm down, saying that everything is okay and that Ashido and Gyro won't tease her again. But this did little to calm Uraraka, as she is still flustered to a degree as she continued to spout words of denial despite what Kendo and Asui tells her, as she kept on mumbling nonsense. Uraraka-san, 𝗧𝗪𝗃. No, that's not it. Ashido and Gyro will stop their teasing and the two are behaving now. No, you're wrong, and no. Easy, Uraraka-san, it's okay now. Calm down, 𝗧𝗪𝗃. It's okay now. They won't tease you anymore. Everything is fine, so simmer down. No, that's not it, and no, you're wrong, and no. Oh dear, Uraraka-san has lost it. Get a grip. 𝗧𝗪𝗃. You'll end up getting bounced around the ceiling if you don't calm down. No, and no. After a few minutes everything went calm, and there Ashido led the group as they went to Izuku's rented room, where she knocked on the door while calling out Izuku. After not getting a response, Ashido opened the door and went to look around, seeing that the room is tidy and well made, which made some of the girls envious that he got a room that was so neat. Ieyasu commented that she is surprised that Izuku got a prize that is similar to 𝗬𝗪's and felt that having Izuku here may not be a bad idea, and suggested that they invite him to tonight's dinner, which the other girls agreed, and she invited 𝐭𝐲𝐵 to join them, and 𝐭𝐲𝐵 nodded and thanked Ieyasu for the invitation. Why not join us later, 𝗧𝗵𝗲-san? Really? Yes, thanks, sure. The more the merrier. I appreciate it. We do if you join us later. I'm in. By then the door to the bathroom opened and out came Izuku, who just took a shower, and he is naked, as the towel is wrapped around his entire head, wiping his hair and face. And he is unaware that his female classmates, along with 𝗬𝗵 and 𝐭𝐴𝐲, are there, and the girls blinked their eyes seeing Izuku's frontal area. Ashido commented that Izuku looked cute after seeing that his private part is fully shaved. And 𝐭𝐴𝐲 stared at Izuku's penis, finding it cute and attractive. Kyoka blushed while twitching her eyes as she still has a slight aversion towards male nudity. While Yaoyorozu and Asui sighed and they suggested that they should leave and let Izuku change clothes in private. However, the girls blinked their eyes when they saw Izuku's penis suddenly increase in size and pointed a bit upward, and they blushed upon seeing the boy getting an erection. And Ashido said that Izuku looked really cute and sexy. And there Izuku got the towel off his head to notice the arousal he is feeling, and he blushed deeply upon seeing the girls. Yaoyorozu smiled nervously and greeted him, apologizing for the sudden intrusion. And Izuku shrieked as he frantically covered his front with the towel while nervously greeted the girls while apologizing for what they just saw, which majority of the girls said that it's okay. Girls. Hello. Hello, Midoriya-san. Hey, Midoriya. Fancy meeting you here. What a coincidence ... to see you here with us girls. Don't mind us. We'll leave so you can change. Midoriya-kun ... What's the size of your PP when pointing straight up? Ashido, as Izuku excused himself and went to the bathroom to calm his body. The other girls giggled as they find this scene hilarious but exciting, and Ashido lamented that she should have recorded the scene as she finds Izuku so sexy. But Asui told Ashido that it is not nice to do that, which Ashido sighed and said that this is a once-on-a-lifetime to do something this exciting. Yaoyorozu sided with Asui and told Ashido to stop it as this might upset Izuku, which Ashido said that it is not. Stop it, Ashido-san. It's not nice to do that. Come on. This is a once-in-a-lifetime. We should respect his privacy and not embarrass him. But I want to see more of his PP being hard. Don't be a hentai. However, Kendo noticed that Uraraka is in a daze, as she saw Izuku a while ago, and she was so mesmerized at seeing his naked form, especially his erection, and she seemed to drift off to nowhere. And there Ashido and Gyro noticed it and took the opportunity to tease her again and accuses her of having a thing for Izuku and urged her to go sneak inside his room tonight and make out with him. This caused Uraraka to snap out of it and was flustered even more, much to Ashido and Gyro's amusement, and tells her to try and touch Izuku's penis and see if it is alive. And Uraraka slowly loses it as she started to float around the room in her embarrassed state as the two girls urged her to admit that she likes Izuku. See, you do like him. Better go tell him your feelings, Uraraka. No, you're wrong. Better spit it out and tell him you like him. Then take him to bed and play with his P=P. No, you're wrong. That's not. You won't get another chance like that. Tell him you like him ... then give him a handjob. No, and no. Kendo became worried and uses her quirk to bring Uraraka down. And both Yaoyorozu and Asui berated Ashido and Gyro for their action, stating that teasing her like that would only upset her and she might end up leaving the inn in embarrassment. And they urged them to apologize to Uraraka before their summer outing might end up in disaster. Sighing, Ashido and Gyro reluctantly apologized to Uraraka and said they won't tease her anymore, but she paid no attention as she is too flustered and embarrassed to respond to the apology. Oh, fine. Sorry, Uraraka. Yeah, sorry. No, and no. We didn't mean to. Yeah, we were just ... No, and no. She's not paying attention. Looks like she lost it. Asui became worried as she tries to snap Uraraka out of her stupor with little success, and 𝗬𝗵 reminded the others that they still need to cook. And the girls carried a still flustered Uraraka out of Izuku's rented room and head back to the kitchen to resume cooking for lunch, hoping that they can still make the lunch in time. Asui urges Uraraka to calm down. Yet Uraraka remained like this as she kept on spouting nonsense, and Yaoyorozu berated Ashido and Gyro for causing Uraraka to become a nervous wreck. And the two girls apologized for that. Geez ... See what you've done? Now Uraraka will stay like that if you keep teasing her. Sorry. Now we'll have to try calming her down. Okay, fine. Meanwhile, Izuku is inside the bathroom, fighting and resisting the urge to touch his hard penis, as he felt aroused and the feeling he felt was so sensually enticing. Yet he tried hard not to give in, knowing that his female classmates are here and they might think he is perverted like 𝗵𝗲. Thus he used willpower to keep himself from getting tempted to touch his erection. Shrink ... Go soft ... Go soft. Izuku spent 10 minutes inside the bathroom, patiently waiting for his penis to soften as he was so aroused that he is tempted to explore himself. But knowing that his female classmates are there, he is worried that they might think that he is perverted like 𝗵𝗲, so he had to wait and wait. His patience paid off as his organ finally softened and he is relieved that the feeling is gone. And he puts on a bathrobe before coming out. He then checked his list of things to do, as he is supposed to enjoy his stay here after being told by 𝗵𝗲𝗄 to take a bit of a break once in a while. And Izuku took a deep breath as he decided to try out the hot springs as he felt that he needed something to relax and clear his thoughts so that once he returned to UA Academy, he will not have any form of regret after his 4-day stay. As he is ready to go out, he stopped as a thought hit him. What were Uraraka, Yaoyorozu, Ashido, Kyoka, Hatsune, and Kendo doing here? He wondered if this is a coincidence that they were here at the same time. And yet he is quite ashamed to meet them after seeing the awkward scene earlier, and is worried that they might think he is perverted like 𝗵𝗲. So he had to think of a way to talk to the girls and apologize for what happened a while ago. I got to apologize to them for what happened. By then, his cell phone rang and he answered it, in which it was his dad, and he asked Izuku if he is really into porn magazine, which Izuku blinked his eyes, as he is really not into that kind of hobby and denied such claim and asked his dad why that kind of question out of the blue. There his dad said that 𝗏𝗏 was cleaning his room when she found a thick folder, in which she checked it out and contained pictures of naked female models, exposing everything. Mr. Midoriya saw it as well and tried to calm 𝗏𝗏 down, but she freaked out and thinks that Izuku is collecting porn and intend to give her son a strict dressing down and send him to a temple and have him raised as a monk. Izuku stared wide-eyed and told his dad he didn't know there was a collection of porn magazines and that the folder was entrusted to him by 𝗵𝗲 for safekeeping, until Izuku realized that 𝗵𝗲 did not told him that the documents inside the folder are that, and he is mentally seething upon realizing that 𝗵𝗲 indirectly caused this situation. Izuku, are you? No, Dad. Those belong to my classmate. Are you sure? Yes, Dad. I don't own any porn stuffs. And you're not having a. I told you, Dad. There Izuku assured to him that the magazines belong to his classmates and intend to return it to its owner after his stay at Kyoto. By then 𝗏𝗏 intervened and berated Izuku for the supposed possession of the magazines and tells him she intend to pull him out from UA and enroll him at the seminary to become either a priest or a monk. And Izuku became defensive and tells her that the magazines belong to his classmates and that he is unaware of it, saying he never touched it. Moreover, he said his goal is to become like All Might and not a pervert. And this triggered an argument between mother and son. Izuku, what is this? Why do you have another collection of porn magazines inside your room? It's from my classmate. I didn't know that the folder he gave me contained those things. So then, you really are reading them ... Then you go masturbating inside your room. That must be it. No, I'm not. When you get home, I'll give you a dressing down. I'll have you taken to a monastery, a convent. There you're going to become a priest. I'll have a doctor castrate you. That way you won't do those secret sessions ever again. What? That is that, Izuku. I must ensure you won't become a serial maniac. Or better yet, I'll see to that you won't become an AV idol or an online porn star. You're way off, Mom. Mr. Midoriya intervened and told his wife that he believed Izuku, saying that if he owns those magazines then he would have secured it from prying eyes, and assured to her that he does not own any perverted items and tells her to let their son enjoy his vacation. And yet 𝗏𝗏 insists that their son should be disciplined. But Mr. Midoriya promised that Izuku won't be perverted like some perverts out there. Izuku turned off his cell phone and called 𝗵𝗲. And as 𝗵𝗲 happily greeted him, Izuku screamed at the top of his lungs and told him never give him items for safekeeping if it contains pornographic items, saying that his mom caught the goods for the second time and thinks that he owns them and tells 𝗵𝗲 that he will give him more than a dressing down. 𝗵𝗲 became terrified as he promised to keep his items to himself and not entrust his collection to Izuku, which did little to calm Izuku down. And he told 𝗵𝗲 to brace himself once classes at UA Academy resumes. 𝗵𝗲-kun, yep, thanks to you my mom found out another of your porn collection. Now she thinks that I'm an avid collector. Why didn't you tell me you've hidden them inside my bag? If you do that again, if my mom finds out, she'll really think that I become a sex-addicted fiend. And she threatened to send me to the temple and become a 𝗧𝗏𝗄 priest. Sorry about that. Do that again and I'll use Detroit Smash on your balls for real. Mark my words. I'm sorry. After that, Izuku turns off his smartphone and prepared himself as he is heading for the hot springs to relax and keep his mind off from what happened a while ago. He is feeling pissed at what occurred and now he has to face the possibility that his mom might go to certain lengths to send him to a monastery or a temple, which is something he doesn't want to happen in the future. At the cooking area, the girls of UA Academy are busy cooking their lunch and so far things are doing well, and Uraraka calmed down as she is seen helping and putting the ingredients on the frying pan and all. And Yaoyorozu told the rest that lunch will be ready soon, and the others are looking forward to having a good and delicious lunch. Wow, lunch is coming. Can't wait. My mouth is already drooling. I wanna eat already. Patience. Girls. It's almost ready. Huh, geez. After a few more minutes, lunch is ready, and Ieyasu told Kendo to invite Kami and Izuku over, wanting to share their cooking with the other two, which Ashido volunteered to invite Kami and Izuku. Kendo then said she will go along as well, and Ieyasu then told the two that they will prepare the food and wait for them, with Kendo and Ashido nodding as they leave the cooking area to find Kami and Izuku. The two girls went to Kami's rented room and invited her to have lunch with the UA Academy girls, and she accepted, thanking them for inviting her, which Kendo and Ashido said that it is nothing, reasoning that they are friends. Sure, no problem. We're fellow heroes after all, and we're friends here. Yeah, so forget about rivalry and stuff, and enjoy the summer getaway. Come on, come on. Kendo and Ashido then accompanied Kami towards the dining hall where Ieyasu and the others are there, preparing the dishes on the dining table. And there Kami joined the other girls, while Kendo said that she will fetch Izuku so he can join them for lunch. Ashido then suggested that Uraraka would fetch Izuku. Uraraka stared wide-eyed and asked why she has to be the one to fetch Izuku. And there Ashido said that she needs to get over her flustering towards the boy, as well as saying that this is a good chance to tell him she likes him, and then steal a kiss. This caused Uraraka to become more flustered again and told Ashido that it is not like that. But Ashido teased her again and tells her that inviting Izuku over is like using the chance to capture his heart. And Uraraka blushed furiously while backing away. But then Asui told Ashido to stop teasing Uraraka, fearing that she might get embarrassed and end up using her quirk to float away. Ieyasu agreed and told Ashido to stop teasing their classmate. And Ashido sighed and said she will behave herself, and their 𝗧𝗵𝗲 volunteered to invite Izuku here, which the girls wondered what 𝗧𝗵𝗲 has in mind. And there she brought out her invention, a pair of drones with extendable arms, and she activated it, saying it will bring Izuku here in no time. However, the others are not too receptive, as it feels like they are dragging Izuku here rather than inviting him. 𝗧𝗵𝗲-san, I don't think it's a good idea. It's like dragging him instead of an invitation. What if your invention explodes? What will happen to Midoriya? Will he be okay? Maybe you should invite him personally instead of using those drones. In a few moments, the drone arrived with Izuku in tow, and the girls blinked their eyes seeing him only in a small towel wrapped around his waist. And Uraraka is concerned and told 𝗧𝗵𝗲 that Izuku must be in the midst of changing clothes and the drones brought him here against his will, which 𝗧𝗵𝗲 giggled at the slight error. And there Izuku said that he just came from the hot springs area where the receptionist said that the hot springs is undergoing maintenance and will be ready by tonight. He said that he is on his way back to his room when the drones brought him here. Ieyasu apologized and said that they intend to invite him to join the girls for lunch. And Izuku lightened up and said he accepts, though he said he needs to get dressed first, and Ieyasu said they will be waiting for him once he is dressed up. I see, so I got to go and dress up. Okay, go ahead. We'll wait for you. Thanks, don't rush. Take your time. Okay, we have plenty of food here. Thanks. Ieyasu then told 𝗧𝗵𝗲 to have the drones release Izuku. And 𝗧𝗵𝗲 toggled the remote, but then the drones began to malfunction and began yanking the towel from Izuku, leaving him naked, and the girls stared wide-eyed as they get to see the boy naked again. And Izuku shouted at 𝗧𝗵𝗲 to give him his towel back while struggling to cover his crotch. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 apologized and tried to regain control of the drones, but it did not work, and Izuku is forced to hide behind a table and told her that he can't move around naked, and the other girls told 𝗧𝗵𝗲 to turn the drones off so Izuku can get his towel back. 𝗧𝗵𝗲-san, give him back his towel. Turn off that drone. Midoriya is buck naked. He'll be accused of streaking if this continues. Come on, do something. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 struggled to regain control of the drones. But then one of them went towards Izuku and began to caress his penis, causing his organ to rose up hard. Kyoka and Uraraka blushed at seeing the boy's arousal. Asui became concerned. Kami and Ashido glanced at it in curiosity, seeing that Izuku's penis is fully shaved, and Kendo couldn't help but giggle a bit as she is bemused at the comedic scene. Ieyasu sighed and uses her quirk to create a bathrobe and gave it to Izuku, which he was grateful for it and thanked her for the help, which she said it is okay and told him not to get too upset. Izuku nodded and said he is okay. Here, Midoriya. Thanks. It's okay. You sure saved me. Oh, think nothing of it. I better head back. Okay, we'll be waiting. Finally, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 managed to deactivate the drones, and they apologized for what happened, and then Izuku went to his rented room to put some clothes on, and minutes later he joined the girls in having lunch, and the awkward moment was soon forgotten. The scene shifts at the dining area where the UA students are having lunch even though the time now is 13:16. Yet most of them are chatting happily while eating, where the conversation is shifting towards the subject of the sports festival, and about how Stain was defeated by Endeavor, as well as how Izuku, Todoroki, and Ida managed to stall the hero killer till the pro heroes arrived. The girls commented that it was a close call that the three boys managed to hold on until 𝗵𝗲 arrived and defeated 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Having heard how strong and cunning the hero killer is, having managed to inflict injuries on the three boys. However, what the girls didn't know is that the three boys actually managed to defeat 𝗧𝗵𝗲, and that the chief of police urged the boys to make it appear that 𝗵𝗲 defeated 𝗧𝗵𝗲 to maintain the image that pro-heroes are the ones who can legally stop supervillains and not vigilante individuals. Wow. You guys really have it hard. So that's the number 2 hero for you. Thank goodness you and the others are still alive. Is 𝗧𝗵𝗲 really that dangerous? Yup, 𝗵𝗲-san, Midoriya, and Ito were having a hard time. Even Todoroki's assistance wasn't enough, though. Then this gives me an idea to make new babies. 𝗧𝗵𝗲-san, please. And no inventions here. Izuku just nodded at the comments that his classmates made as he had to maintain the facade that 𝗵𝗲 saved the day. But deep inside he felt that it was unfair, yet there is nothing he can do and just maintain the illusion to preserve the peace and honor their promise to the chief of police. By then 𝗬𝗪 changed the subject as she announced that she just completed her newest invention, which she called the auto massagers, which the other girls and Izuku blinked, as they felt that something would go haywire like what happened earlier when 𝗬𝗪 gets him involved. And Yaoyorozu asked if this new invention of hers is safe and hazard-free. 𝗬𝗪 giggled and proudly assured that the new invention she announced is thoroughly safe and free from doing harm, though she said that she will show it to the others after finishing their lunches. Though 𝗃𝗍 is eager to see it, but Yaoyorozu told her they will finish lunch first before checking the inventions out for safety reason. But 𝗃𝗍 wants to see it, but the class reps of Class 1 sternly disagree, which resulted in a bickering between the two girls as the others' sweat dropped at watching the scene, which Kendo stared in disbelief and asked Asui if they should pry them apart. Though Asui herself said Yaoyorozu can handle this and told her not to worry. Are you sure? Yes, Kendo-san. Momo-chan can handle it. Mina-san is not a problem. I wonder. It'll be okay. Just let them be. If you say so. Izuku sighed as he never thought that his vacation stay would end up like this and hoped that the next 3 days will go smoothly without problems, though he has to keep an eye out for 𝗬𝗪, especially after what happened earlier with the drones. X minutes later, the scene shifts at 𝗬𝗪's rented room where she unveiled her babies, which consists of 6 mechanical hands that are operated by remote control. And there she told the others that she designed them to act as massaging machines that would help in relaxing the body's muscles, thus saving money from hiring a physical therapist. This seemed to draw the interest of the other girls as they seemed to like the idea, especially Uraraka, since she constantly saves money so she can send some to her parents to help them financially. As well as Kami, as she too wanted to maintain her figure and save money so that she won't have to go out and head to a massage parlor. 𝗃𝗍 stared at the mechanical hands in a curious manner and asked if they have been tested, which 𝗬𝗪 said that they haven't, and said that now is the right time to try it out, and 𝗃𝗍 became excited as she wants to see how it works, which 𝗬𝗪 smirked as she finds someone who share her enthusiasm. Oh. So you want to see what my babies can do? Huh? Yeah, I find it intriguing. So you want to see how they work? Yeah, I want to see it. Patience. I'll have them ready. All right. Now then, 𝗃𝗍. There 𝗬𝗪 asked for a volunteer on who wants to try out the massagers, which the girls glanced at each other as they wondered who would want to try out 𝗬𝗪's invention. Though they appeared reluctant, having experienced what they went through before after first trying out 𝗬𝗪's previously created support items the first time before. After some awkward silence, 𝗃𝗍 raised her hand, which the others thought that she is volunteering until she pointed her finger towards Izuku, surprising the teen boy as he didn't expect that 𝗃𝗍 would choose him to try out the experimental devices that 𝗬𝗪 made. And the other girls, save for Yaoyorozu, Uraraka and Kendo, seemed to agree with 𝗃𝗍's suggestion as they believe that he can endure it should the devices go unexpectedly wrong. Yes. 𝗵𝗲𝗺 is perfect for this. Right. That way we can see for ourselves if those inventions would be safe or not. I think he's perfect for a guinea pig. Okay, Midoriya-kun. You go ahead and try them. Don't worry. We'll root for you. We'll take good care of you if you get hurt. As the saying goes. And no pain, no gain. Go on, go on. Izuku twitched his eyes as the other girls seemed to like the idea of using him as a guinea pig just to test out 𝗬𝗪's invention. And he wondered how and why is she able to bring some of her inventions here since this is supposed to be a vacation. And how was she able to get them past the security guards from the train station? 𝗃𝗍 scooted closer and tells Izuku to try out the invention that 𝗬𝗪 made, saying it will benefit everyone here as the devices are, according to 𝗬𝗪, designed to massage someone. And she states that it would do wonders for him, given that he got used to having his body beaten up, which he stared wide-eyed at hearing 𝗃𝗍's silly reason. Ieyasu and Uraraka could not believe what Ishido just said and asked her why, as she said that Izuku is the perfect person to try out the devices if she thinks that he would be fine if he gets hurt should the inventions go unexpectedly haywire. Which Ishido gave a silly smile and said that it's better for a boy to show the effects of 𝗵𝗂𝗵𝐵's inventions when a girl's image should be preserved. Ishido also said that the invention, a massager, would be perfect given how strong Izuku's body. Thus he is perfect to try them out so that they would know if the inventions are safe to use once they see it with their own eyes. So that's that. What kind of excuse is that? Come on, be considerate towards Deku. Oh, don't worry. We'll have recovery girl fix him up. We're in Kyoto right now, not UA. What were you thinking, Ishido? Izuku's sweat dropped at seeing the three girls bicker. And 𝗵𝗂𝗵 approached Izuku and said that she has faith in him and promised that he won't get hurt as the 6 mechanical hands are designed to massage a person's body. And Izuku felt unsure about this as he is worried that something unexpected might happen and his vacation might get cut short if anything goes horribly wrong. 𝗵𝗂𝗵 smiled and promised that nothing bad will happen as she only wants to test out the massagers and said that if the inventions are proven to be successful, she will give one to him so he can use them at his dorm. Or he can give them to his mother so she can get a relaxing massage that would not require her to go to a massage parlor. Izuku thought about it, and their 𝐭𝐸 and Kendo urges him to try them out, seeing that it could work and if successful it would benefit his mom even more. And the 15-year-old boy began considering their words of encouragement as 𝐭𝐸 and Kendo tells him to give it a try. Go on, give it a try. I'm sure it'll work. It might benefit you. You got nothing to worry. We'll be here to bail you out in case something happens. So go on, try it. Hearing this, Izuku nodded and tells 𝗵𝗂𝗵 that he will try out the invented massagers she made, and the pink-haired girl clapped her hands and giggled, excited that she will finally get to show off her inventions, and tells him what to do next. And Izuku stared wide-eyed at what he was told to do, and this gave him quite the shivers, and he felt like regretting on agreeing to this. Uraraka is also worried upon hearing this, as 𝗵𝗂𝗵 said that Izuku should only be wearing a small towel around his waist and nothing more, as this means that Izuku has to be semi-naked. And she asked 𝗵𝗂𝗵 if Izuku really has to do that, which 𝗵𝗂𝗵 nodded and said it is needed in order to fully test out her inventions. Ishido grinned and said that it is okay as long as it would showcase what the massagers can do and she would get to see how they function and how it would affect Izuku's body, and tells Uraraka not to worry about anything, assuring that Izuku will be fine since it is going to be all about massaging. But, don't worry, I'm sure Midoriya will be okay. But 𝐒𝐭 it'll be fine. His quirk will protect him. Are you sure? Yup, I'm sure. Relax. I'm sure there are hospitals nearby. 5 minutes later, the scene shifts at Izuku's rented room, where he is only clad in a towel around his waist as in the 15-year-old boy is blushing as he felt like he is naked, and he could see the girls staring at him, with Ishido grinning, Uraraka and Asui looking worried, Kyoka and Kendo giving a look of curiosity and Ieyasu giving a neutral expression, showing that she is not taking any sides. 𝗵𝗂𝗵 rubbed her hands as she is set to give her inventions a dry run and tells Izuku to lie on bed face down. And there he did as told, as Izuku lay face down on the bed. But then Ishido did something naughty as she went in the middle, looking at Izuku's underneath, right between his legs, and made a silly comment. Ishido said she can see his butt and his balls, causing the boy to blush deeply. Uraraka and Kyoka also blushed deeply. 𝐭𝐸 gave a look of curiosity, while Ieyasu and Kendo stared wide-eyed, as they did not expect Ishido would do something this risque. The female class rep of Class 1 grabbed Ishido by her collar and berated her for doing something like that, reasoning that it is not nice and urged her not to sink to 𝗵𝗃𝗏's level or else she might be accused of being infected by 𝗵𝗃's pervertedness, which Ishido gave a silly grin while flashing a V sign and a light apology. Peace, Ishido. Just kidding. It's not funny, and you know that. I don't know if you're partnering up with 𝗵𝗃 or not. Just kidding. Sorry. Seriously. Uraraka approached Izuku and asked if he is okay, worried that he might get upset, but a blushing Izuku assured to her that he is okay and said that he won't mind it. And their 𝗵𝗂𝗵 came and said that the demonstration will commence immediately. And as Uraraka backed away, 𝗵𝗂𝗵 activated the massagers, where 2 mechanical hands floated and began to give the boy a light massage on his lower legs, which appeared to be okay as Izuku was starting to feel relaxed, as the pressure is just right. He is amazed that 𝗵𝗂𝗵's invention was seemingly okay and so far there are no bad effects and no signs of going haywire, as his lower legs are being massaged in the right way and the right pressure, and for once he felt at ease unlike before. The girls watched in awe as they saw Izuku feeling relaxed and noted that 𝗵𝗂𝗵 has hit the right spot and that her work has paid off and no untoward incident has happened unlike before. Wow, it's working. They're fine. For once her inventions are working perfectly. Makes me want to try them out. Midoriya looked like he's relaxing. Can I have my turn? Ishido. After that, 𝗵𝗂𝗵 commanded the mechanical hands to massage his back. and the massagers did so accordingly. And Izuku moaned softly as he felt relaxed at what the inventions did to him. And he felt quite good as his body relaxed and felt that the stress within him slowly ebbed away. And he mentally noted that 𝗧𝗵𝗲 did a good job and for once everything went well and not a single jinx has happened. The girls watched and noted that Izuku felt truly relaxed and felt that he is doing good, and they became enticed to try out the massagers and commented that maybe 𝗧𝗵𝗲's inventions can be beneficial and can be worth a profit once sold to the proper market areas. After a few minutes, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 had Izuku lay on his back, and the mechanical hands began to massage his arms and then both sides of his temples, and Izuku smiled as he became more relaxed, feeling relieved, and told 𝗧𝗵𝗲 that she somewhat did a good job of doing things right for once. She snickered and said that this is just the start, and she is planning to make more of the massagers in a few weeks from now. She also said that after this, she will see if the massagers need additional tweaking before deciding to give it to Izuku's mom so she can use them for body relaxation and all, which he is open to that, wanting to see his mom relaxed as he believed that 𝗧𝗵𝗲's invention can help his mom shed off some weight and become slim like before. Really, 𝗧𝗵𝗲-san? Yup, all I need is at least a week. After that, I'll give you a call. Okay, keep me posted. I really want my mom to have one. Sure. Yes. Everything is going ... Suddenly, the massagers began to move on their own as two of the mechanical hands held Izuku by his wrists while the other two held him by his ankles, which Izuku asked what is going on. And 𝗧𝗵𝗲 began to toggle the devices using the remote control, and she became a bit concerned as the massagers are not responding to the commands. Then the additional two mechanical hands moved and began to remove the towel, leaving the boy naked, and the girls stared wide-eyed at what they are seeing. And they asked 𝗧𝗵𝗲 what she is doing, voicing their concern that the massagers might harm Izuku than making him feel relaxed. And they started to get worried about what comes next. The next scene resulted in a hilarious turn as one of the mechanical hands began to caress Izuku's penis, resulting in his organ to grow hard and increase in size, and began to massage him there. And the girls stared wide-eyed at what they are seeing, which they wondered and asked if 𝗧𝗵𝗲 is doing it on purpose or not. Izuku stared wide-eyed as he is feeling aroused with the mechanical hand rubbing his erection up and down. And the girls blush deeper and urges 𝗧𝗵𝗲 to turn the massagers off, fearing that Midoriya might become overly perverted by accident. My goodness. Wow, a live-action handjob. Keep it up. I want to see Midoriya fire his seed. Ashido, Deku, 𝗧𝗵𝗲-san, do something. Are those hands battery-operated? 𝗧𝗵𝗲, try turning them off. Better hurry. Midoriya might get overheated. I'm trying. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 tried to deactivate the massagers, which she somewhat managed to, as the four mechanical hands stopped moving, yet they held Izuku's wrist and ankles in place. Yet the remaining two are still moving. And the fifth one continued to rub his erect penis up and down, and the sixth one began to caress his balls. Izuku was starting to succumb to the feeling as he felt his penis getting stronger in addition to his balls being caressed. And he is moaning yet urging for help, as his hips started to buck as his body is responding to the pleasure. Izuku tried to move, but the four mechanical hands help him in place, and he could not do anything else except absorbing the feeling he is experiencing. Uraraka became concerned and tells 𝗧𝗵𝗲 to deactivate the mechanical hands, fearing that Izuku's innocence might be lost, with Yaoyorozu asking 𝗧𝗵𝗲 if there is a way to jam the frequencies of the hand, which 𝗧𝗵𝗲 said there is, and after being told, Yaoyorozu used her quirk and created a jamming device and uses it to jam the signal, and the fifth and sixth mechanical hands stopped and fell to the floor, and Izuku is saved. As Yaoyorozu is about to use the jammer on the remaining mechanical hands, Ashido did something naughty, as she took out her smartphone and did a video recording on Izuku's erect penis, seeing that he is fully shaved. And Uraraka blushed deeper and asked Ashido what is she doing, and tells her to stop it at once. Ashido-san ... What are you? I'm recording it. Hey, it's a once-in-a-lifetime, and a remembrance. Ashido-san, don't worry, I'll give you a copy. That way you can think of Midoriya every time. Hey, you like him, right? Oops. Seeing Uraraka glaring at her, Ashido smiled sheepishly and stopped her antics, but then Kami peered closer as she is curious, as this is the first time seeing a boy's organ up close, having only seen medical pictures of the male anatomy, as well as seeing a mannequin, and gave a very innocent stare, and there Ashido asked Kami if this is the first time she ever saw one in live action, which Kami nodded. There Ashido playfully goads Kami to try touching Izuku's organ, saying it would be a very educational moment to experience what a male organ is like in real time as opposed to touching a mannequin in biology classes, which Kami said it would be an educational one. Really? Yes, Utsusumi-san. It's educational in a good way. Go on ... Don't be shy. Can I? Of course, it's free. Hehehe. Uraraka blushed deeper at what she is hearing, which Asui and Kendo stared wide-eyed at what Kami is intending to do and berated Ashido for tricking Kami into doing that, which Ashido smiled. And amid all this, 𝐂𝐢𝐫 uses the jammer and finally freed Izuku, which he thanked her for the help, and the class 1 class rep asked Izuku if he is okay. 𝐂𝐢𝐫 used a lot of willpower to stay composed as she accidentally stole glances of Izuku's erect penis, which she took a deep breath and assured to him that everything will be okay, and Izuku just nodded, blushing very deep while struggling to stay in control of his raging body, particularly on his crotch area. After Izuku nodding, 𝐂𝐢𝐫 apologized for what happened, which he innocently said that it is okay even though he was embarrassed at what just occurred, but then he felt something soft touching his aroused organ. And he looked down, and he stared wide-eyed as 𝐭𝐸 is innocently exploring his penis, and Izuku silently moaned as her touches caused his organ to throb harder and harder as the pleasure increases, while 𝐻𝐸 records the exploration with her smartphone. Uraraka's jaws dropped to the ground at what she is seeing, and nearly freaked out, but 𝐂𝐢𝐫 tells 𝐭𝐸 to stop as she is upsetting Izuku. 𝐭𝐸 saw the boy's facial reaction and she stopped her actions while apologizing. And there 𝐂𝐢𝐫 uses her quirk and gives him another bathrobe, which he took it and dresses up. The class rep of class 1 berated 𝐻𝐸 for tricking 𝐭𝐸 into touching Izuku's organ, which 𝐻𝐸 smirked sheepishly while flashing a V sign, even though she is being given a dressing down for acting inappropriately, as Uraraka glared at her for that. Peace. 𝐻𝐸, present. Are you crazy? Behave yourself. Okay, seriously. 𝗵𝗃 then apologized to Izuku for what happened, saying that her massagers malfunctioned, which he just nodded nervously as he wanted to hide somewhere so his penis can soften up. And there 𝐬𝐸 told the rest that they should leave Izuku alone for now so he can concentrate in getting his bearings back, which the others agree. And they told Izuku that they will leave him alone for now so he can calm down, and tells him that they will meet up later tonight after dinner. We're leaving, Midoriya. Stay calm and relax. Let's meet up after dinner. Sorry about what happened. Will you be okay, Deku? Why yeah, I'll be fine. See you later. Later, Midoriya. As the girls left, Izuku locked the door, and he sighed as he narrowly escaped an awkward moment and wondered what would happen if 𝗵𝗃's massager hand continued to rub his penis, and became worried at what 𝐻𝐸 would do as she recorded his organ being caressed, and hoped that 𝐂𝐢𝐫 would do something about it. Moreover, he blushed deeper upon realizing that 𝐭𝐸 touched his organ and could not believe that it happened, and mentally note to keep this fact from Kaminari and Minato, as they would surely berate him for such a moment. That very memory caused his penis to throb harder and harder, and the 15-year-old boy panicked as he commanded his organ to soften up. Shrink ... shrink ... go soft ... go soft. As the girls left, Izuku locked the door, and he sighed as he narrowly escaped an awkward moment and wondered what would happen if 𝗵𝗃's massager hand continued to rub his penis, and became worried at what 𝐻𝐸 would do as she recorded his organ being caressed, and hoped that 𝐂𝐢𝐫 would do something about it. Moreover, he blushed deeper upon realizing that 𝗧𝗵𝗲 touched his organ and could not believe that it happened, and mentally note to keep this fact from Kaminari and Minato, as they would surely berate him for having such a moment. That very memory caused his penis to throb harder and harder, and the 15-year-old boy panicked as he commanded his organ to soften up. Shrink ... shrink ... go soft ... go soft. I can't go out like this. I'll be branded a hentai if they see me like this. Izuku patiently resisted the sensations as he did not want the girls to think that he is a hentai, and began to think of random thoughts just to help soften his penis. And after 7 minutes his lower body finally calmed down and he puts on some clothes and decided to stay inside his rented room so as to give himself time. At the girls' room, 𝐂𝐢𝐫, Uraraka, Kyoka and 𝐬𝐸 berated 𝗍𝐸 for her foolishness and for goading 𝗧𝗵𝗲 to touch Izuku's penis, as that situation would scare the boy and would give him the impression that 𝗧𝗵𝗲 is a perverted girl. And they told 𝗍𝗸 to apologize to 𝗧𝗵𝗲 for that, and to apologize to Midoriya as well. Gosh, 𝗍𝗸, what's with you and tricked 𝗧𝗵𝗲 into touching Midoriya's? You know what? What were you thinking? You'll make Deku upset. Midoriya will think that you're perverted. You better apologize to 𝗧𝗵𝗲 ... and to Midoriya. Yeah, say sorry to them. And fast. They're right, 𝗍𝗸. The 4 girls then shifts their attention towards 𝗵𝗃, and they told her that her massagers were almost a cool invention, but then it caused Izuku a lot of embarrassment, and they told her to be careful next time as something like that has serious ramifications that might be damaging to one's self-esteem and image, and told her that if not for the quick thinking, the massagers might end up injuring the boy to a degree. They also urged 𝗵𝗃 to apologize to Izuku for what her invention did, especially when it ended up molesting the boy's crotch area, which 𝗵𝗃 giggled and said that there is no harm down and that Izuku will be okay. But Uraraka said that the experience somewhat traumatized the boy and this might impact his experience here in the inn and might end up scaring him into leaving. 𝐂𝐢𝐫 agreed and tells 𝗧𝗵𝗲 that she should apologize to Izuku for what happened, which 𝗧𝗵𝗲 just smiled but eventually consented and said that she will apologize to the boy for what happened. She assured to 𝗂𝐢𝐫 that she will personally apologize to Izuku about what happened and promised to be careful with her inventions. Really? Yes, really. You should apologize to Midoriya properly. Right. I'll apologize ... then give him some of my babies as free giveaway. And don't give him that. Huh, why not? Trust me, 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Okay. As 𝗂𝐢𝐫 nodded, they heard giggling sounds and she turned around, where she and the other girls saw 𝐈𝐺𝐻 snickering as she is showing something to 𝗧𝗵𝗲, and as the girls peered closer, they blushed deeply at what they saw. As it turns out that 𝗕𝐺𝐻 is showing to 𝗧𝗵𝗲 the recording she made several minutes ago, where it showed that 𝗕𝐺𝐻 recorded Izuku's erection, and 𝗧𝗵𝗲 stared in a neutral expression as if she is curious of something. There 𝗂𝐢𝐫, Asui and Uraraka berated 𝗕𝐺𝐻 for what she is doing, while Kyoka looked away, blushing hard after seeing the recorded footage, and the three-girl gave 𝗕𝐺𝐻 a dressing down and told her to knock it off or she'll risk ruining the vacation they are having, and told her to get rid of the footage before Izuku finds out. 𝗕𝐺𝐻 smiled while flashing a V sign, but the three girls scooted closer while glaring, telling her to shape up and not make Izuku upset, whilst telling her to stop being a bad influence to 𝗧𝗵𝗲, and warned her of the repercussions. And 𝗕𝐺𝐻's sweat dropped at this and promised to behave herself, which the three girls urged her to make sure that she will behave. You better behave, and we mean it. You'll get us all in trouble, 𝗕𝐺𝐻. Okay, I'll behave. You better. Don't you make Deku upset. And that is that. Okay. Much later. The time now is 18:30, and the scene shifts at the onsen area of the inn, where the girls are having a good time soaking in, and they felt refreshed as the warm waters soothed their skin, and they felt that they have a very good privacy, as they noted that 𝗵𝗲 once attempted to try peeking on the girls during the training camp forest. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 blinked her eyes at hearing this and asked who 𝗵𝗲 is. And when told, she finally recalled the student, and there she is told about 𝗵𝗲's bad habits and his constant attempts to peek at the girls at every chance he gets. From the locker room up to the point when he tricked the girls into wearing skimpy cheerleader outfits during the UA Sports Festival. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 recalled that scene when she saw it on TV and giggled a bit upon realizing why the class 1A girls wore them on live TV. Though 𝗂𝐢𝐫 told her that it was one of the most embarrassing moments in her life and felt guilty in dragging her female classmates into the mess. Though 𝗧𝗵𝗲 said that this is okay as this gave the girls a good amount of exposure, reasoning that a bit of exposure would be a good way to garner attention. The class 1A girls, save for 𝗧𝗵𝗲 and Kyoka, however, begged to differ. I don't mind the attention ... but wearing those cheerleader uniforms? That 𝗵𝗲 really tricked us. Yeah, we ended up getting embarrassed. Really? You girls look cool ... and cute ... in those outfits. Please ... don't remind us of that. 𝗂𝐢𝐫's right. It's really embarrassing. By then 𝗧𝗵𝗲 grinned and said that she will make an invention that will protect the girls' chastity. But Kyoka covered 𝗧𝗵𝗲's mouth, telling her not to say it so loudly as they can be heard by guys at the other side. But 𝗂𝐢𝐫 nodded and told 𝗧𝗵𝗲 that there is no need for that, though 𝗧𝗵𝗲 said that it is a must due to her talent as an inventor. However, Uraraka and Kyoka urged 𝗧𝗵𝗲 to put aside the inventions for now, fearing that something might go wrong given what happened earlier in the day where Izuku nearly fainted from the embarrassment he underwent. Please don't. Save that for later, once we get back to UA. Hey, but I'm sure I can make babies. Please don't. For the sake of enjoying our stay here. Think about the other people here. Amid the girls' rather loud discussion, it did not reach to prying ears, as the scene shifts at the other side of the wall, where Izuku is there, alone and sighed as he heard the discussion. And yet he can relate to the girls' plight after recalling the sports festival where 𝗵𝗲 and Kaminari duped the girls into wearing the cheerleader outfits just for the two boys to visually ogle the girls. Midoriya is also glad that Kaminari and 𝗵𝗲 are not here, as they would surely berate him for the accidental exposure he got during 𝗧𝗵𝗲's massager demonstration, and that if 𝗵𝗲 were here he would surely make another attempt to go over the wall and peek on the girls. And he knew there's no stopping him this time. Izuku wished that 𝗵𝗲 would stop his perverted habits and become a role models where aspiring heroes to be would look up to him in a positive way, and that 𝗵𝗲 would become a respected hero that would also attract girls without the innuendo. At Heights Alliance, the scene shifts at the dining hall where 𝗵𝗲, Kaminari, Hantashiro and Tenya Ida are having dinner, and while chatting, 𝗵𝗲 sneezed all of the sudden, causing food to spill out from his nostrils, which caused an awkward moment and for Ida to berate 𝗵𝗲 for his bad manners, which 𝗵𝗲 said he could not help it. 𝗧𝗏 grinned and said that there's a saying that when a person sneezed so suddenly, it means that someone is talking about that person, and he guessed that someone is talking about 𝗵𝗃, which 𝗂𝗏 and 𝗵𝗲 wondered who. Though 𝗂𝗏 believed that if that is true, then it must be the girls, as they were constantly victims of 𝗵𝗃's perverted schemes, which 𝗧𝗏 snickered. 𝗵𝗃 defended himself and said he's not that kind of person, but 𝗂𝗏 pointed out the things he did, such as tricking the girls into wearing those skimpy cheerleader uniforms at the sports festival, and his attempts to climb the wall of the onsen during the training camp forest exercise, where 𝗵𝗲 and 𝗧𝗏 snickered louder as they told him that he's already busted. Sorry to say, 𝗵𝗃, you're an open book. Too bad your attempts always failed. At least you do get a bit of paradise. Maybe next time. Yeah, when there is no one else to stop you, provided that the girls haven't beaten you up. 𝗧𝗏 puffed as 𝗂𝗏 began giving him a stern lecture and tells him to quit his bad habits if he wants the girls to respect him and not to test him. And 𝗵𝗃 just ignored it as he felt that the sermon is just a waste of time. As a student of UA, you must become a respectable role model. You should stop peeking at girls. Put a stop to your perverted fantasies, or else the girls will hate you for life. Back at the inn at Kyoto, the girls have just finished their hot springs bath and are preparing for dinner as Yaoyorozu and Uraraka are preparing the food. And minutes later all is set, and their Yaoyorozu tells Uraraka to call Midoriya and tell him that dinner is ready, which she nodded and went to the room where he is staying, and found him putting on his shirt. There she told Midoriya that dinner is ready and he is the only one that the others are waiting. And Midoriya nodded and said that he will be there shortly, which she smiled and said that things are generally peaceful, which he noted and said that he is glad things turn out okay. Yeah, it's peaceful that you can enjoy the day and night. So feeling better now, Deku? Yeah, sorry about earlier. It's fine, Uraraka. Better hurry. Dinner is being served. Okay, good. After that, Izuku and Uraraka went to the dining hall to join the others, where they are already on their seats, and waved at him, saying that dinner is ready and he should tuck her in, which he smiled and said that he is ready. And so 𝗧𝗏𝗵𝗲 and the UA students began dining, and everyone were chatting happily until Hatsum said that she has come up with a very interesting invention. This, however, caused the others to panic, as Uraraka and Kyoka held on to Hatsum, restraining her as they feared that another unfortunate incident might happen again, and saw Izuku trembling in fear. And the two girls told Hatsum to save the demonstration once they get back to UA High so that the gadgets she wanted to test would be tested in a safer way and not cause another embarrassment for Izuku. Sorry, Hatsum, no demonstrations tonight. We want to enjoy the night with no incident, and for Midoriya's safety. Please ... for Deku's sake. But ... my babies. When we get back to UA, then we will see it. Yeah ... and no rush. Pretty please. Yaoyorozu sighed as the dining hall became unexpectedly loud as Hatsum insisted that her gadgets are hazard-free whilst Uraraka and Kyoka said that they are not, while Izuku hurriedly finished his food as he wants to escape from Hatsum's wrath. 𝗧𝗏𝗵𝗲 blinked her eyes at seeing the lively scene and asked Ashido if her classmates are like this, which Ashido grinned and said it is. She also pointed out that life at UA is a lot of fun, and said that if 𝗧𝗏𝗵𝗲 were a UA student then she would experience such fun environment, which 𝗧𝗏𝗵𝗲 wondered if she were to transfer schools, as she felt a bit envious at seeing how much fun the UA students are having. After several minutes, dinner ended and everyone leaves for their rooms. As Midoriya went to his room's bathroom to shower, the scene shifts at the girls' room, where Ashido took out a small box that contains a deck of cards and said that they are going to play a card game, which she said it will be a fun one, which the others stared in curiosity. As the girls are considering it, Ashido looked around and felt that playing a game here might be boring and then came up with a way, and after telling the others, the girls, save of Hatsum and 𝗧𝗏𝗵𝗲, stared in surprise after being told, and asked Ashido if she is sure about this, which she grinned and nodded, saying that this will make things more exciting. Ashido said that they should play the card game at Izuku's room and invite him to join, and promised that this will be a very fun game. Minutes later, the girls went to Midoriya's rented room and looked around, seeing that the coast is clear, and they wondered if he is not around. But Ashido said that they should wait for him here and do some activities to kill some time so that they will not get too bored while waiting for him. But Uraraka asked if this is okay, and Ashido smiled and said it is okay, since they came here to invite him to join the girls in playing a card game. Sure, it's fine. But Ashido-san, don't worry, Midoriya won't mind. Really? Yup, we're here to invite him, so nothing is wrong here. I don't know. Don't worry, Uraraka. Hatsum grinned as she rubbed her hands, excited that she would use this opportunity to showcase her latest invention. But the other girls held her tightly and urges her not to show any crazy inventions for tonight, fearing that any unexpected accidents might hurt Midoriya in more than one way. Hatsum defended herself and said that she has learned from her mistakes and assured to them that this time there will be no screw-ups. But the girls held her firmly and urges her to forego the demonstrations until returning to UA High. No inventions tonight. Anything but that. Don't do it. Pretty please. For Midoriya's sake. Don't. Please don't. Just for tonight. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 sweat dropped and asked Ieyasu, is the students at UA High are always like that, as she pointed to 𝗬𝗵𝗲. And Ieyasu said that not all are like that, but admitted that there are some who are perverted and tells her to avoid a certain someone who has a knack for sexy girls, which 𝗧𝗵𝗲 raised her eyebrow in curiosity. It turns out that Ieyasu is referring to 𝗵𝗲, as Ieyasu mentally recalled that he and Kaminari accused Midoriya of visually OOGLING with a naked 𝗧𝗵𝗲 at the recent event where their actions would determine whether they are qualified to get their provisional hero license. Ieyasu is polite enough to consider 𝗧𝗵𝗲's feelings and opted not to tell her about it and reiterated that 𝗧𝗵𝗲 be careful whenever she pays UA High a visit. Really? Yes, 𝗧𝗵𝗲-san. Minoru minded. Huh. Yes, he's the shortest boy in our class. His hair is in the shape of black balls. Okay. Just be careful. He can strike you in a perverted way anytime. Anywhere. Okay, thanks. Exit Heights Alliance. The scene shifts at the dining area, where 𝗵𝗲 sneezes, and the rest of Class 1 berated him for sneezing without covering his nose and mouth, as rice and other food got scattered. And as 𝗵𝗲 apologizes, Kaminari joked that someone is talking about him and wondered who is talking about 𝗵𝗲. 𝗬𝗫 snickered as he felt that Midoriya is having fun after recalling that he got intel that Midoriya is currently at Kyoto, with the girls of Class 1 and 𝗧𝗵𝗲 and 𝗬𝗵𝗲. And he mentioned that this was Midoriya's night now that he can see the girls in summer attire along with the fact that there is an onsen there. 𝗵𝗲 and Kaminari stared wide-eyed in disbelief at hearing this and began to complain about why Midoriya is always lucky and hogging the girls, and they plan on berating him for leaving him and Kaminari out of this matter. Midoriya, seriously? That bastard. He's so lucky. Why does he always hog the girls for himself? It's so unfair. That guy is really lucky. We ought to do something. I agree. Ida stood up and told his two classmates to knock it off and finish their food, while the rest of Class 1's sweat dropped, wondering if what 𝗬𝗫 said is true about Midoriya spending the days at Kyoto with the girls, as they are sure that Midoriya is not that kind of a person who would find himself being a harem-type character. Midoriya, is 𝗬𝗫 telling the truth? I don't think Midoriya is a kind of guy. Yeah, he's really shy when it comes to girls. Looks like 𝗵𝗲 and Kaminari are overreacting. They shouldn't envy Midoriya like that. I agree. Those two are acting too petty. Yeah. Back at Kyoto. The scene shifts at the inn, where Midoriya emerged from the bathroom, where it turns out that he just took a shower, and is surprised to see the girls. And their Ishido waved at him and invited him to join them in having a card game, which he politely accepted, seeing that there is nothing else he can do at this time. Midoriya is only in his shorts, and as he is about to do something, his cell phone rang and he answered it, where the caller turns out to be 𝗵𝗲, and there he demanded an explanation from Midoriya on why he gets to hog all the girls there at Kyoto. And Midoriya stared in surprise, as he wondered how 𝗵𝗲 found out about this and had to repel the accusations hurled against him. Well, tell me, Midoriya, how did you do it? How were you able to hog the girls all by yourself? What, did you use a love potion or something? You're crazy, 𝗵𝗲. You sure fooled me and Kaminari. You're the king of the harem. You got the wrong idea. You can't fool me. The girls stared in dismay as they couldn't believe that 𝗵𝗲 would rant at Midoriya for something that shallow, while 𝗬𝗵𝗲 just smirked as she finds it a bit entertaining. And their kendo asked Ieyasu for confirmation as she heard some accounts about 𝗵𝗲 being perverted and all, which Ieyasu nodded, then advised her to fight back should 𝗵𝗲 tries to make a move on her. Kendo stared as she felt worried, for she never thought that 𝗵𝗲 would this bad, and wondered how and why UA allowed someone as perverted like 𝗵𝗲 enrolled here and why he ended up in 1A, which Ieyasu said she wished she knew the answer. Really, why did he end up in your class? I wish I knew. Kendo, glad he didn't end up in my class. Yeah, good thing for you in Class 1B. Still, believe me, I wish 𝗵𝗲 would change for the better. The hilarity further ensues as Kaminari is now talking to Midoriya, and demanded to know the secret on how Midoriya is able to spend time with the girls in private. And Midoriya became a bit flustered and instinctively rebutted the misunderstanding while defending himself from the accusations from Kaminari and 𝗵𝗲. Well, Kaminari, tell me, Midoriya, you heard what 𝗵𝗲 said. How did you do it? How were you able to spend time with the girls and have them all by yourself? What, did you use a hypnosis or something? You're crazy, 𝗵𝗲. You sure fooled me. I misjudged you, you smooth-talking, curly-haired bastard. You got the wrong idea. You can't fool me. I'm betting you're fantasizing them in your room. The call was suddenly cut, and Midoriya wondered what just happened, and the scene shifts at the Class 1 dorm, where it turns out that Eraserhead uses his cloth to turn off the phone and made an intimidating aura which scares 𝗵𝗲 and Kaminari. Eraserhead told the two boys to behave themselves while in front of the dining table, as it would leave a bad taste for their classmates who are also dining. He also told the two boys that just because Midoriya is said to be somewhere with the girls of Class 1, it doesn't mean that Midoriya would become a harem king. Thus he sternly told the two boys to stop berating their classmate and mind their own business. Minato and Kaminari fearfully nodded as Eraserhead told the two to clear the dishes if they are finished eating. Why yes, sir. We'll do it. We'll behave. Just don't scare us. We'll leave Midoriya alone. Promise. We'll be good. We will. As Eraserhead left, the remaining boys' sweat dropped, and Ada berated the two for this and urged them to behave at once and not cause another silly uproar, which Minato and Kaminari were too spooked to reply, for they are terrified at how Eraserhead spooked them in a surprising manner. You two should be ashamed. Now Eraserhead is pissed at you, so you two better behave. Back at the inn, Midoriya sighed as he is glad that the call was cut and their Yaoyorozu told him not to mind what Minato said, which he nodded, and their Ishido playfully took out a box of playing cards and invited Midoriya to join them, saying that this will be a fun game that he would enjoy, which he wondered if this is okay, and asked Ishido if she is sure. Midoriya-kun, come and join us. Me, yes, we're playing a card game. Is it okay? Sure, it's okay. It's just us. Why not sit down with us while you cover yourself with your towel? Are you sure it's okay? Yes, the others won't mind, right, guys? Midoriya was unsure how to reply, but Yaoyorozu, Uraraka, Kyoka, Kendo, Hatsum, and Utsushimi smiled and tells Midoriya to join in on the fun, saying that this is a good time to relax as they get together at an event like this. Come, Midoriya-kun, join us. Yeah, join us. It'll be fun. Don't be shy. Come on, you'll enjoy it. Yeah. Hearing this, Midoriya felt at ease and nodded, and there he is told that they will be playing a card game here inside his room, which he stared a bit as Ishido took out the cards and explained the mechanics of the game, in which each of the players will pick a card, and the one who has the highest score ranking, with the ace being the highest, and 2 being the lowest, would make the one with the lowest card ranking choose either truth or dare. Ishido further explained that if the loser chooses truth, she must tell the truth depending on the question given, or dare, which she must do whatever task she is ordered to. Kendo and Hatsum seemed to like the idea and said this would be fun. And there Ishido shuffles the card, and then laid it on the floor, where everyone sat on the floor and are told to pick a card. The teenagers then picked a card, and they slowly revealed which score they received, and once revealed it showed a varying reaction from the teens as the cards are revealed. Midoriya, 7. Uraraka, 3. Yaoyorozu, 6. Kendo, 9. Ishido, Jack. Kyoka, 8. Hatsum, 10. Utsushimi, 5.